Here we are. We're back, ready for some more JordanCON crit. I know it's a little confusing. I know it's supposed to be Fight Autopsy. We thought Nathan would be unavailable, but Mrs. Manethrin is under the weather, so we had to make a quick bank to some other cringe. So instead, we'll hit Blood Snow next week, but today we figured why not finish up that ball of cringe that was. The the JordanCON what was it, adaptation panel, which we only got halfway through. So yeah, I still can't believe we got 32 minutes out of what, an hour of 4. So we didn't even quite, well, we got exactly halfway, which is still amazing. But hey guys, so Al Dan's here. What's up? Your Barmy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Dovey, Balefire in his butt off. Max says, let's see, he heard a weird rumor about JordanCON. Supposedly one of the attendees was straight. That is crazy. Crazy. What's up, Miss Martin Muses? Yeah, crazy. What's up, Aldan? Good to see you. Gadfly, I don't know why I'm watching this near a whole week's worth of academic conference dealings with this garbage wasn't enough, apparently. I'm assuming crave more garbage takes. Yeah, well, we can provide. We're going to have a lot of them, apparently. So what's up, Nick? Good to see you. And Jaden, good to see you, buddy. Yes, Crumb Dumpster. Well, nerds and gents, Crumb Dumpster Fire and weirdos, how are y'all? Well, hanging in there. I'm off work for a while, so yay. Nice. Finally. So so just been throwing out some videos, trying to catch up on stuff. But yeah, so Nate, how I'm sorry your missus is under the weather, but how you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. I'm having a pipe, having a bourbon, reminiscing of a picture of last year's JordanCON that someone of the panel made it to, and shared a picture of with us of this male Cadswain.
Oh God, where is that? You have that?
I don't have it, but I think this guy had
the
sent
male
it to
Cads.
us.
I remember.
Way to put him on the spot live, Nathan.
Jeez, I can find it. I know it's.
I don't even remember that.
I remember it. It is ingrained in my freaking brain.
Yeah,
I can try and find it. That was man. Oh my gosh! But yeah, so I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can find it. It's got to be here somewhere.
If you can, I don't know if he had sent to us in Discord or if it was in a text or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking through Discord right now.
Epic.
Oh man, if anybody knows the picture we're talking about, and I'm sure a lot of you do, because wow, that was a bad one. It might have been. I don't know. It might have been.
I'll vamp for you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's up, Salty? How you doing, man? Well, I'm looking for.
I'm doing all right. I just wanted to point something out. Can anybody remember waking up yesterday going, gee, we're going to get 2 shows dropped within an hour of each other that are going to go in completely different directions with receptions from the fans. And, the Rings of Power, I looked at that ratio. I think it was 400,000 downvotes. Has anybody been on top of that to like 70,000 upvotes? But it's fascinating. Just because Amazon Prime has me blocked, America. So I have to check out their videos on the UK and Ireland sites. But Japan took down not just the dislike and dislike buttons, but the comment section as well. It's gone. That's how fast Japan rejected the not poking thing of the Rings of Power.
Well, that's funny considering one of the comments that I was oh my God, that Nate brought to my attention, that was basically the first comment and most liked was, I'm astonished that this is still got the comments on.
Yeah.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
crazy.
So I got the numbers here. So
you can share it, right?
Yeah. I can. I can just tell you too.
Okay.
So it's 70K up, 327K down.
Oh.
With only 20,000 comments. none of which are positive. I can almost guarantee you. I didn't see one yesterday after scrolling forever.
I didn't see one this morning. No, it's bad. It's bad. And even I think it was the UK Telegram actually shit all over this in an article that they did. I saw Disbrew did that post, and I went and found that article, and it literally doesn't just eviscerate Amazon for what they're doing to Tolkien. It also goes after Warner Brothers for doing this stupid thing with Gollum, regardless of whether Peter Jackson is there. And, you know, I mean, again, it's fascinating to see people in other countries. And obviously, I mean, we all covered it in how many videos on our channels, guys, like about this is a British institution. This is about giving the history to the Brits because it was kind of destroyed and it was really important to Tolkien. And I don't think these studios give a shit, but it's just wild to watch some of the reactions in their big media about this, because I think after what's happened to Doctor Who, and what happened with the Rings of Power season 1, and just every goddamn thing, I think the Brits are drawing a line in the sand and saying, you can eat my ass. We're done with this Tolkien strip mining. You know,
my comment almost has as many upvotes in there
as the video.
It only has 328 upvotes, but I put in there 1 wig to rule them all, 1 wig to find them, 1 wig to bring them all, in the darkness bind them.
It's brilliant.
And someone in there like commented on that and said, "And in the darkness braid them." So he fixed that. It's just like,
I want to shout some people out. Go ahead, Nathan.
Oh, the House of the Dragon right now is 116K up and only 1,800 down.
Yeah. Sam 8000 has joined us. Shader Heron is here. Kayla Dare, huge supporter of all of us, all of our channels, all of our work. Smile a while for me. Sarah's here. It's great to see you. Of course, Al Dan, you're barmy. If I missed you, it's because I'm trying to kind of vamp while we look for this photograph, which better be really good.
Yeah,
it better be really
good. I can't freaking find it. I don't know where it is.
Just like you could pull up any drag queen story hour. It looks like that. It's a fat white guy.
I can't find it.
The last episode of Doctor Who. The last episode of Doctor Who. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
No one saw that.
I don't remember there being a fat guy in a dress in a Peter Capaldi Doctor Who episode.
That's right. It ended with Capaldi. What am I talking about? Can you believe that shitbird shoot he got was and him and that fucking ass clown? I'm sorry, Russell T Davies. You're an ass clown. They lost 50% of their views from the Christmas special. Okay. From the Christmas special to the first episode, when they told people go touch grass, this is going to be all about progressive messaging, and people were like, all right, bye, you know what I mean? And now he's like, oh, see, everybody's a fucking racist and all this other stuff, and it's just, I love this. I love when karma comes knocking for these bitches, because
my favorite thing is House of the Dragon just bullying Rings of Power.
Yeah. There's no way you can't tell me that wasn't planned. Like whoever it is was just sitting there waiting for them to drop. It was like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. What the fuck? All right, I got you. Don't worry. There's no way that was not planned.
Completely opposite reactions. Completely opposite reactions. Not just from us in our weird little corner over here screaming about, the shit what they did with the Wheel of Time and everything else, but people everywhere are rejecting this. And like I said, it's not just in the United States, it's in the British and Irish Amazon UK video as well. The Japanese, like I said, they had to turn off comments and dislikes because the Japanese, like, no pun intended, nuked that. It makes you wonder what's going on in Portugal and Brazil, because they have their own separate Amazon accounts, not to mention
Australia has one,
yeah. Australia has one.
All I know is I don't think they're far enough away from when House of the Dragon ends. It's only like the week after House of the Dragon ends. They're going. The first episode comes out. I don't think it's far enough away. I don't think people are going to be.
I think
if it's good, if House of the Dragon 2, which it looks like it. It's looking good, but like if it's really good, them releasing literally the week after they're finished is not far enough away from it for them to avoid the comparisons, and that's what they're doing, and it's just not gonna. Yeah.
I have a prediction.
Let's hear it.
I think House of the Dragon is going to move.
I hope, dude. That'd be, oh my god, dude.
Dude, to start on the same night they do.
God, I would love if they just
please
back that shit
do
up a
that.
month.
Dude,
Like,
I would.
even if they just
piss
back it up a
myself
month or
laughing.
some shit, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god in heaven, right? It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, the other thing was, what was the other thing I watched? I watched the behind the scenes thing was getting downvoted to hell too.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even watch that.
The House of the Dragon Rings of Power thing reminds me of, like, you know, in football, if you have like an all conference offensive lineman that like gets put across like a freshman defensive end, and he just spends the entire game just bullying this kid, like knocking him down every play. Like,
wait, is there some news I missed here? What the fuck?
Oh, you're talking about Assassin's Creed?
No. I'm talking. Just sorry, I was looking up something, and freaking Dusty Wheel is going live for Wheel of Time Wednesday news. It's like, did I miss something? I'm
gonna shout out some more people in chat. Forsaken is here. He says, "How damn disrespectful to Chinese culture." Ubisoft strikes again. Purple Valkyrie told me about that. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? It just these AAA game companies cannot blow up quick enough. They just can't. And Nerdporial Lifeform is here. He says, I'm not sure how they can stretch out Dance of the Dragons in 3 seasons. I don't know. I mean, we're only getting 8 episodes, right? We're not getting 10 episodes. We got spoiled by Shogun with 10 episodes, didn't we? So I think it can be done. John Thomas is here. It's great. Cheers to you as well, sir. What happened? I don't know. Prophet of the Dragon is doing research live.
What happened? I don't know. I don't know what happened, but yeah, so I don't know. It's just you know, whenever that certain channel shows up with something, it's like there usually is some sort of news, but apparently I couldn't find any. So if anybody knows if there's any Wheel of Time news, let me know, because I don't see any, except for, of course, this article that you know, what was it that I had up here? 10 Wheel of Time characters whose stories are changed the most in the book. So, you know,
I use that in my video too. Yeah,
that's the only one I could find that's anything updated, and like, I don't know how they stayed to 10, but you know,
Nick Filoni's joined us as well. He says, hopefully they announce that the show is canceled. No, I think Amazon's going to stick with it for 4 seasons.
Okay, so look. So here's also the thing. Amazon. Okay. There'll probably be a video about this coming on my channel here soon. But Amazon is making some of the most idiotic choices when it comes to their freaking shows So Roadhouse 2 is a thing. They are doing a sequel to this. Hold on, I'll just play it. They are doing a sequel to this. Hold on, this is Karakan. Boat Launcher is getting fucking a sequel. They freaking the terrible Mr. and Mrs. Smith show has been renewed.
I can't believe that. Actually, I can.
But hold on. Not the worst part about that, the actors aren't even coming back. So they renewed it, and Donald Glover and the other chick aren't even coming back.
Well,
so why
if that's the case, I want the wife to be black and the husband to be Asian now, just totally to fuck people up. Like do it, Amazon. I dare you. Or maybe a trans couple. Make them both have sausage.
It's like,
and wear
how did Peripheral? Not that Peripheral was good, but how did Peripheral get canceled? And a show that doesn't even have any actors got renewed. And then Roadhouse 2, 80 million views is like, we're supposed to think that's something to call home about. So I don't know. Like they're acting like they're desperate for freaking content. So it's like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I've always said 4, but I have no idea at this point. It could go on for freaking ever. I don't know.
So wait, the main guy isn't going to be in it?
What in
Roadhouse 2?
No, Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be in Roadhouse 2.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're talking about Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Sorry,
Smith, Donald Glover and the girl that plays Mr. and Mrs. Smith are not coming back for the second season of Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah.
I was like, what's the point? Like, Like, I don't understand. It's like, what are you doing? So, and maybe, you know what? If they lean into Roadhouse being a comedy, maybe we got something.
Mm.
But you know, like, that's how you have to watch that show, because it's just it's abysmal.
I think Amazon. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I think Amazon is kind of shitting their pants, and the reason why is a story that not a lot of people have covered. And shout out to Clownfish TV for covering it. And that story is the fact that Comcast, who owns Peacock, is going to be teaming up with Netflix. But wait, there's more, and Apple TV. All three of those streaming services are going to be bundled together into a price that is probably going to be less than Amazon Prime and Disney. So a lot of people are framing this as being a Disney killer. I think this is kind of an Amazon killer too. What shows does Amazon have to pull people in? Does Amazon still do Thursday Night Football? I mean, is that what they've got? But what else do they have? They make you pay for every goddamn thing on Amazon. And I'm trying to watch Battlestar Galactica. I'm doing a rewatch. I got it on disc, but I'm lazy, right? Who wants a key to get up and keep changing discs? But it's like I got to sit through fucking ads watching, you know, my beloved Admiral Adama kick some Cylon ass. But it's like, I think, you know, the streaming wars, the bad decisions, and that especially Amazon made, which is overpaying for the appendices to make the Rings of Power, to buy the Wheel of Time and do what they did with it with Rafe Judkins. You know, it's just they're fucked. They are fucked, and there's no big money floating around and no new subscribers coming in to subsidize the bad decisions that they're making. I mean, who the fuck wants Roadhouse 2?
Nobody.
Like, so say we all.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I want Roadhouse 2 just to laugh. Maybe Conor McGregor will be back and he'll still be naked and walking like this, drinking his fucking coconuts. If you think of it, like the original, like, man, that's how devoid of freaking just like we're coming into. We have Mustafa is coming out. We have fucking Furiosa, which is going to be a fucking
dude.
trainer.
I told you,
like
the Anna Taylor-Joy has only 30 lines in a 2-hour movie. The main character of Furiosa only says 30 things. The entire fucking movie. Like, seriously.
And I have to say,
I mean, the reason they did that was that in the original Mad Max, he only has, I forget if it's 22 or 24 lines, but there's a vast ocean of difference between the physical acting ability of an in his prime Mel Gibson and Anna Taylor-Joy.
Well, like,
post-buccal removal, fat surgery.
I don't know, dude. Like, I saw a picture, like, I think it was on an article saying, why did Charlize Theron get replaced? And, like, her forehead is back here. Like, they pulled her head, like they picked like, I'm sorry, whether it's like she does some good, like, you know, Queen's Gambit, she was good in. She's a good, decent little actress. But, like, it's I don't know, man. It's going to be this, like,
but she's not an action star.
No,
like,
right.
At some point, Hollywood needs to figure out nobody is buying a 5'2", 100-pound anorexic chick as an action star. Stop trying to make it happen.
With eyes like a guppy. Okay, she got fucking eyes like a guppy. She got a great ass, but she's got eyes like a guppy. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be a mess. Like, I know people. I'll be honest. I wasn't real thrilled with Fury Road either. It was okay. It looked cool, but like, it was one of those, like, as a movie, it was like, it's another one. It's like I sort of put it with Kingdom. It was beautiful. It was shot cool, but like everything, like the rest of it's not great. like when you start thinking about it.
The practical effects saved that movie.
Yeah,
is all that it was. So it was all spectacle. It wasn't any meat on the bone. You know, Mad Max, but we're going to give it to, but we're going to give all the main focus to Charlize Theron's character instead of the guy playing Mad Max. Good job.
Yeah, but God, why can't I remember his name? But
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Apparently, they hated each other too. So, which, yeah, great. But
no, I mean, she is a bitch.
Having heard,
she's a globalist.
Oh yeah. She's like, I like what the Ed Norton of women. But Ed Norton's just way better at acting.
She's a Moloch worshipping globalist shill, in my opinion, and she's hot. I'd bang her, but she's evil. She's fucking evil, in my opinion.
You seen what she did to her sons?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Jesus Christ.
What did she do to her sons?
I'm not sure we should talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Wow.
The thing that everybody wants to do to boys.
Shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah. In Hollywood. Just
Okay.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, I don't know. Like, I just released a video about Dark Matter. That show's surprisingly good. You know, there is stuff out there. Like, I'm surprised. Apple TV's actually had a few pretty darn good shows out there, but like, I don't know. There's like sifting through rubble to find these things.
Yes.
Or just watch every single thing that comes out and hope one of them's good. Like, that's basically where I'm at. It's like, you know, it's like, and then you find stuff like, well, and then like Amazon. What's Amazon got? Like, the best thing Amazon's got going for them right now, probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Invincible was really good, and they didn't even fucking promote that right, so nobody fucking knew that was out. So that, you know, that's an animated movie or show, so that's not going to get the huge amount of traction. As far as live action,
season 2 come out?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the second half of season 2 came out like 2 months ago, and nobody knew.
No.
They didn't even advertise it. So it's like they don't even know what they're doing with the stuff that people do like. So it's like, you know, so like you have to just sort of go through the muck and try everything and go Reacher there. Yeah, Reacher. And I know some people didn't like Jack Ryan, but I enjoyed Jack Ryan for what it was. Terminal List, that was another one. I think somebody said. Who said Terminal List? Somebody said Terminal List, but so there are some, but like, I mean, I don't know. That's basically where I'm at. Is I'm just, you know, trying to listen to everybody else say what's good. Like, I watched, what was it? Desert? Is it not Desert? Fuck, the Dungeon. The Netflix one. Fucking Delicious in Dungeon. That's an anime. That's fun. That's just a fun little show to watch. You know, but it's just like, you know, I'm watching freaking, like, you know what I spent half my day, now I've gone off on a little rant here, but we'll get started. You know what I spent half my day watching yesterday was somehow I went down a old fucking Lord of the Rings interview rabbit hole.
Oh, right on.
All the old interviews of the cast while they were on set. Now I hate reading, all right? I don't like reading. Okay. Reading.
But he loves Shogun.
Hooked out phonics.
I put the voice to talk thing on it. So
and Tokyo Vice.
Yeah, that's true. I watched 2 freaking reading shows back to back. What the fuck is wrong with me? But I don't know. It's just there's stuff out there. It's either old or you have to just dig, and you know, and they don't advertise it right. They don't like Dark Matter. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody seems to have heard of it. You know, Alex, when I was talking to Alex about it, he thought it was the old sci-fi show, which was a fun show. Yeah. But Dark Matter so far has been really good. And guess what? The show is it's about one book. They have the author who did the screenplay, and he's also the executive producer. So you have the author deeply involved with the production of the show. So odds are, since the book is well received, it's probably going to be just like the book because he's involved. You know, that's how you want your shows to be adapted. So, I mean, I don't know. It's you know, it's better than watching a like, I don't know, the freaking the making of season 2 for Rings of Power. I watched that. It's sitting at like, I think it was 2,000 downvotes, or not 2,000 upvotes and 70,000 downvotes. And it's just Payne and McKay walking around with their, you know, dicks in each other, like congratulating each other, how everything looks. It's just like,
wow.
And Galadriel connecting with the world because the world is important. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't really understand what the fuck you're talking about.
I just can't wait for that Disa bitch to open up her mouth. And I said it in my video. The marketing for this show is going to be the same as season 1. And you guys tell me if I'm wrong. Everybody's a fucking racist. They're going to celebrate the diversity, the casting, and how groundbreaking and stunning and brave everybody is because we brought somebody in who's Puerto Rican and made him an elf. Well, knowing that no one would accept it because that's not the world Tolkien built. Now we're going to call you
actually disagree.
Second time.
Go ahead.
I think the promotion of this is going to be everybody sit down and shut the fuck up. Like, I haven't heard an interview from anybody.
No, that's true. And I don't think Disa. I don't even think Disa's the big Galadriel is the big glaring problem in the room.
There's a lot of problems.
There's a lot of problems.
There is, but like your main character is horrible, like just horrible.
It's
on
Sauron.
so many levels.
It's the Sauron. It's the sexy Sauron show. They made Sauron looks like he's on an 80s romance novel, like a Harlequin novel, bad boy that all the wine ants are gonna like flick their beans to, pausing scenes of him with his bad fucking wig wearing a bathrobe. It's just like that's the show.
Okay, so we need to talk about that wig real quick before we start. I know we're at 30 minutes, but I have two things to say about that wig.
Okay.
Number one. Why does Steve have a better hairline than Sauron?
He's got my hairline. I got my hair pulled back, and I got a widow's peak, but they put the wig way the fuck back on his goddamn head.
It's like receding, like in the corners.
Yeah. He's got my hairdo, which is all like down.
It's like having Clark Kent glasses. The further your hairline goes back, the less you can tell that it's the same guy.
Well, speaking of Clark Kent, did they seriously run into the problem of, well, how are we going to convince the audience or let the audience know that this is Sauron, but also have it confuse the elves who see him? And their response was, put a wig on him. Like, I can't be the only one that was just baffled.
No,
you weren't.
There were so many comments on that trailer saying people need to apologize to Clark Kent right the fuck now.
Yeah. And Forsaken, I agree with you. Morford Clark, I mean, she's a tiny little will-o-wisp of a Welsh lady, and I think she's hot as hell. Could she have been good in a Tolkien property if it was well written? But she is not.
Well, and she
is not 7 foot tall.
She hasn't helped herself either with what she's saying in public. So she's hurting her. Not only she could have been good in some role or another, but she fully drank the Kool-Aid, and she's thinks she's the best thing now that they've told her so much that she is, and her I don't know. She seems arrogant every time I hear it. All I hear is I'm arrogant. I'm the best, and whatever. So
she's fucked. She's stuck with this at least another 2 seasons. Like she's stuck. She can't make movies. She can't do other shit. Maybe she can do some stuff at the BBC, but this is her life. She destroyed her career. Let's be honest about it. Just like Joshua did by going on to The Wheel of Time, which should have made him a huge star. And even if The Rings of Power was just okay, even if it was Shannara Chronicles level of cringe, but it had a heart, okay? She would not be, I think, as pissy as she is. But that's all this show's got. That's all this show's got. And you got to think these actors are so fucking bitter about this. They cannot get out of these contracts. If they do, it'll destroy their career. No one will hire them because they didn't play ball. And she's fucked. She's in the flower of her youth. She's hot. I've seen her naked. It's a good thing. I mean, she's stuck with these fucking morons at Amazon making this shit show that nobody watches.
So John, she went full Brie Larson, never go full Brie Larson. Exactly. You know what Brie Larson's career is? Mazda freaking commercial. Is it Nissan commercials? Yeah. And she even got kicked out of those. They're not even using her in the Nissan commercials anymore. Nissan doesn't even want her anymore. That's where she just completely fucked herself, right? And it's just like, well, and you're right. They're stuck. She's stuck. And I don't know. Apparently, Marcus Rutherford's doing something. I don't know how, but yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully, taking acting classes. I hope that's what he's doing. Jesus Christ,
he would be a hell of a lumber salesman at Home Depot.
They should put him in
there you go.
Roadhouse too. He just. Like his mouth is always open, and when the Roadhouse guy punches him, he breaks his fist because he hits teeth because the motherfucker never closes his mouth when he's on camera.
I may just have to make a video speculating what the fuck Roadhouse 2 is going to be. Is it going to be the same Roadhouse? Are they going to? Is the same Roadhouse going to be under attack? Is it going to be the Roadhouse 2, or is he going to go cross country saving road?
No, there is going to be a bar named Roadhouse 2.
I hope so. I fucking hope so.
And it'll be Boat too. Boat Junior.
What if it's
I've got the
Roadhouse
dream.
as well? It's her second location. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? Like, I don't even know.
It's a franchise.
If you have
Okay, Brian, I will
Roadhouse
read
2,
some of your proposed names here. Hold on.
at least make the joke. At least make it Roadhouse 2. Like,
Yes.
don't take yourself seriously.
Roadhouse 2 Cruise Control. I like that one. That's a good one, Brian. I like
I
that
got
one.
the dream casting. You heard it here first. I'm going to say it. You know who I want to be the antagonist in Roadhouse 2? I want it to be Mike fucking Tyson. I want him to lisp the entire time and have him be with his ass hanging out. Like I want that. I want Mike Tyson in Roadhouse 2. That's what I want.
Dude, that'd be great.
Well, it's like he was the main antagonist in like the third Yip Man movie or something. Ip Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of laughable.
Roadhouse 2 The Wrath of Connor. I like that one. That'd be good. As long as he's naked. Roadhouse 2 Dude Where's My Roadhouse? That's a good one. I like that one too.
Roadhouse 2 Your Table is Ready.
Roadhouse 2 The Drunken Flying Romp. There you go. Where is Trust Me Bro? That's a good one too. Yeah. So all right. Roadhouse 2. I'm gonna be on the pulse for that one. That's gonna be fucking nuts. But oh boy.
So what are we doing here?
So what are we doing here? I don't
Having
even know.
fun.
So I don't know where we left off, so we're just gonna go for it. If you guys remember, if you were here last time, this is the JordanCON. What is it? The JordanCON bullshit. Adaptations are hard panel. The struggle session about making excuses for why Amazon did a horrible job with Wheel of Time. So I forgot where exactly we left off. I know, thankfully, Amazon saved it for me. So yeah. So without further ado, I guess off we go. Thank you guys for being here, and here we go. I guess. Shit. All right. Let's see where we're at.
Roses in the
Way
end.
to sell it. Way to sell it, Steve.
That's not going to happen.
Well, you know.
And as a writer, you sometimes love your characters, and you have to do that.
I'm hopefully going to get him
because
to this next.
Those are the stakes.
I don't remember what
right? I've had bad reviews of my novels for like, oh, you killed off this character I really liked. Good. Like, I'm sad that you're sad, but I'm glad that they meant something to you, and that's kind of why I had to do it, because you have to know that there's stakes in this world. And that scene was just so perfectly planted for doing that.
Are they still talking about
and establishing that
Uno and the made-up horn thing?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
Is that what he's talking
Nobody
about?
gave a fuck about Uno. Nobody
Yes.
knew who Uno was. You fucking killed him in the first season. Why? I mean,
He's dead
who
twice.
the fuck
Yeah.
cares?
And
Yeah,
I know we talked about this last time, but if you kill off a character to create stakes, doesn't bringing them back from the dead in the finale destroy your stakes, you dumb
Twice.
motherfuckers?
Twice.
But wait a second.
First season
That's
1
not-
and fuck this show.
That's not Uno. It's Guido Kane. Okay.
I was about to say to Salty, I'm super proud that we've now introduced Struggle Session into Steve's everyday lexicon.
I love it. I know. I want to call out Shader Logoth. It's off topic. He says Roadhouse 2 Gator Chow. And no, Shader Logoth also said Roadhouse 2 LBGTQAP. I was going to say LGBTQ on tap. That's what Roadhouse 2 should be. So good.
I like Great Gator Chow, since for some reason
Gator Chow with Mike Tyson.
For some reason a gator ate somebody in Roadhouse, but you know, whatever.
Everything for the rest of the season, right? We now know things might not be okay. They might not be okay for a queen. They might it just.
Well, okay, so wait, you're telling me that killing?
She's fine.
You think freaking killing Uno is going to make us feel like the main character's in danger? You're
good job taking one for the team.
freaking high.
Yeah. Why would we care? We don't care about the main characters.
Also, there are
We don't care about anybody because, like, who are we
Because the
attaching?
show sucks.
Bud Light.
It's actually Salty. It's funny you say that. They killed a straight white male. Oh, I'm sure all the brown women are in trouble now. Is legitimately a thought process that most people kind of make fun of now because they've seen it so many times. Yeah.
You know what would be good stakes? Trying to chase down a group of monsters with a magical device that is necessary for the good guys to win before they can figure out how to destroy it. Oh my, yeah, and then like we talked about last time. Again, you have the death built in, and you just forgot, and then you didn't Ingtar is your stake builder, and you completely fucked that. So it's like, being killed does not effectively nothing. Zero.
But this is the second fantasy show because so many things came out because 2022 was supposed to be the year of fantasy. So many things came out that decided to not follow what the book did, even like in a big picture way. But Wheel of Time definitely did it, but The Witcher 2, The Witcher, by not following the goddamn books, has completely destroyed the landing for their show. Not that anybody's watching it, but it's just like, is anybody going to pay attention to this? Is anyone going to learn a lesson from this in Hollywood, in these writers' rooms? I don't think so. I don't think so. They don't give a shit.
They'd have to watch it first, and they're not even watching their own stuff.
That's true.
At some point, the money's got to run out, right?
Like 11.
Well, it is.
No, the money.
It is.
The money doesn't come from any of the fantasy stuff. The money all comes from Amazon's saving grace is that they have Thursday night NFL. They make a boatload through that, and that subsidizes everything else that they do, along with forcing commercials on their customers.
Yeah, like.
Well, and that's the thing is the commercials. The commercials are subsidizing the shit entertainment that we're getting, which is going to be lower budget. You guys watch season 3 or 4. Especially season 4. I think season 3, they're gonna cut all the CG bullshit out. They can't afford to piss money away on this. They're only doing it because they don't want to lose face and because they're contractually obligated to do 3 seasons of this shit with Rosamund Pike and the stars. After that, why would you continue to do this show?
Well, Rosamund Pike might be done. She got her big break. She's gonna be in Now You See Me 3. So she's made it.
I also
in these novels, we can't hire 11,000 actors.
Sorry, go ahead, Alex.
I like how they talk about this, like the killing a person by shoving a phallic object down their throat was somehow this hyper necessary thing, and not Ray Judkins' fetish being played out on screen. Like, of all the absurd claims.
Yeah. You could have had him go out fighting or something, but I'm a tough guy, and you're gonna shove me on a fucking.
These are conversations you overhear in West Coast blue cities when you're in line at Starbucks getting some coffee. This is the type of pretentious, pseudo-intellectual cope and seethe. The world revolves around us in our little microcosm of socioeconomic assholes. And it's the same thing. They're not making real points, but they're all just nodding along because this is polite conversation, because the one thing you don't do is point out the fucking obvious. And now we're living in a world where no one points out the obvious. That shit's fucked, and it's going to get worse. But you can't say
that. All right, here we go.
Some people have got to go. Like, some people have got to die. I'm glad it wasn't necessarily.
No, some people do not have to die. That is, no. Ingtar dies, that's plenty.
Permanently, but some people do need to go maybe prematurely.
Why? Why? So why? You make that statement and then don't quantify it. Why?
Well, and the answer to that is actually don't write them into the show if you're just putting them in there to fridge them.
Or sketch out all 4 seasons of television before you fucking make it. Okay? How many times have you said this, Steve? Don't burn down fucking 2 rivers in Emmons Field only to have to fucking rebuild it again. You don't kill off characters like Loyal at the end of season 1 to then pretend that he's okay at the beginning of season 2. Who's included?
I am still half wondering if the next time we're in the Borderlands, Algamar is going to be there. I think that. I think it's probably. Probably. So yeah, exactly. Why not? So it bothers me that we have to kill us. No, you don't. And stop using this bullshit. There's 3,000 characters and well, you know what? I'm in the middle of Memory of Light, and literally there's a scene where they go, Billy Bob, she's a brown. Roberta J, she's a red. Broomhilda Gray is a blue. It's like he just rattles off 12 characters. It's like they have no meaning. So who cares? So
they're not essential.
Numbers it's impossible to have all these characters. Yeah, it is. So you don't put the meaningless ones that have no purpose in. Don't cast those people. But you're hell bent on casting all of them, as you can see from when you go to WOT series or look at the new casting announcements. You got all these insignificant, no matter Aes Sedai being cast
diverse.
for no fucking reason.
But they're diverse. That's the only reason they fucking exist and are on screen is they're trans, racial this and racial that, or they're gay. That's the only reason.
Well, that and Rafe is, loves frickin' the White Tower for some fucking reason. So, it's just we're gonna have more and more Aes Sedai because his favorite place in Randland is the White Tower for some fucking reason, which I will never understand. But, wait, what? No, that they took that out, didn't they?
They literally changed it.
They changed it. I remember us all going, "What the fuck?" And then on the replay, they took it out. We can't. I have to go look, but I remember me and Alex specifically were talking about this, and we went back to try and find the line, and it's gone.
Yeah, they changed it to Lord Ingtar.
Yeah. So I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. He's still going to be there. It was just a flesh run through his heart, right?
So Ingtar's a lord?
Oh yeah, Lord Ingtar. Yeah.
Oh fuck off. Oh fuck
Cost.
I think it's like 2,700 something. It's too much.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're doing the bullshit character thing here. Is that what we're doing? So I beat you to it. I knew it was coming.
That's a lot of
It's
people.
too many.
Yeah, no shit. It's too many. Don't cast all of them for fuck's sake. Jesus fuck.
His lisping, morbidly obese, pasty ass over there.
Yeah,
with that
so I do
fucking
also want to go
hair.
ahead and move on to talk
No shit. It's too many. God damn
about
it.
a certain
have
IE that
editors.
was replaced. Because I know several people were not. Again, this is a fan favorite character.
Does he have a
we don't
chin?
have it, but
Can
we
you
don't have
pause it? Does that
character.
man have a
Right.
chin, or is it just he's like a big fucking tick, a big pasty, gay, pink-haired tick with no fucking chin? All the men here have chins. Everybody at home in the chat, feel this. You got a chin? Look at that motherfucker. There is no chin. It's just fucking balloon head, and then it goes into rolls of fucking fat. And I don't give a shit. How can I take this cocksucker seriously? Fuck these people. Fuck this con. These people are a joke. I'm sorry,
dude. No,
Go
Corey,
ahead.
you're missing it. It's Pizza the Hut.
You're right. It's just, but at a certain point, the pseudo-intellectual, morbidly obese, gender-changing horseshit of, oh my god, like the people and all this. It's like, fuck you. Who are you? Just go walk. It's called cardio. Fuck. Sorry.
Hero Barmy, it's supposed to be a celebration of Robert Jordan, where Robert Jordan is not present in any of it. So yes, it's supposed to be a happy celebration of the man, and they don't talk about Robert Jordan or really any of his books at all. So yeah, so who knows? Who knows? It's supposed
now. We do get Avienda in the cage instead of Gull. So what do we think about why the change was made?
He has no chin. Look at it. It's just neck. It goes from mouth to neck. That's it.
Streamline.
Streamline.
So we killed Gaul to streamline what? This would be a good answer. Let's see if this is a nothing answer.
I mean, was my assumption at the time. This is streamlining. You and this is what we talked about early on, right? You can't run every storyline in these books.
You
How
haven't
about run one? Could you run one?
Episodes a season for 100. Like there's too much, and there's so many characters, and then of course you amplify that times, what's in the notes, and I mean it's too big. So you have to figure out ways to track things, crunch it down. This is going to have to be introduced earlier. This person is going to have to play the role of 3 people because we can't, and we also can't afford probably to hire that many people.
Oh my God! Stop. You can't. Gaul is fucking like. You can hire Gaul. Trust me, he's not going to be that expensive.
We could have definitely had Gaul rather than the midget Aes Sedai.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, or the 8 Aes Sedai that did nothing in the fucking park that was Shadow Logoth before, right? How about you just take one of the too many Aes Sedai you've cast, remove one of them, and hire Gaul. You could just hire a stuntman. is good with a bow stave and give him fucking spears instead. And holy shit, you have a character. He doesn't have to be able to act very well. He doesn't say much. He's an Aiel.
Yeah.
Like in streamline, what are we streamlining? What is it? What, like, I don't understand what Avienda taking Gaul's parts. What is that? What does that help get rid of?
Can't have a man there, because even if you had a showrun, let's say you got some jockey, a horse racer, some little dude that's like 5'2", 5'3", he would still be bigger than Avendia, who's the size of like a double scoop ice cream cone, and you could not take her seriously fighting all of those white cloaks, which nobody did anyway. But that's why, because again, the driving force behind everything Amazon does is representation. Okay? You cannot have anybody be there to take away from their biracial, 5 foot tall, can't act or fight for shit character. Can't.
I just want to know what they think is being streamlined, because that's what they said.
Right.
And I don't see what you're streamlining from taking away Gaul, when you still have to go all the places that Avienda needs to go with Rand. She's just there with Rand. So,
right.
Gaul sure does take up a lot of space hanging out next to Perrin.
Right. As he does all the stuff he does, right?
Well,
so,
and that's the thing. Like, he's there kind of as comic relief for Perrin in a lot of instances. And to sit there and say that this streamlines it, subtracting characters and killing them off immediately before they're introduced has nothing to do with streamlining. You keep on using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Nathan's right. And here's the whole thing. What plot lines are you carrying? Like, what are you doing? You introduce oh shit, I'm getting stream brain. Wolf guy who Perrin should have met in the first season. Elias. I mean, he's not your pack. That's all he says. Then he fucks off and goes away. Then you've got him meeting fucking not Avendia. Like, and then you got Rand banging middle-aged, like, Holiday Inn in Carhean owner. I mean, like, so tell me again how you're streamlining what exactly? For what? What are you streamlining?
What are you streamlining? You've just changed everything and created a bunch of storylines that don't exist. That's streamlining. Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you forget the main event. Sorry,
it's kind of an important event for Avienda to be a part of was like the Stone of Tyr.
Oh yeah.
Like, if we were streamlining Avienda's plot line, how did you miss that? Like,
thank you.
Or
Elaine. You could have streamlined Elaine and did that whole scene on the wall, but we don't want to do that, do we?
It's
this shit. This is why I'm this angry. These are beyond lies. This is like talking to the criminally insane. Okay, that's what this is. These people are liars. They are malevolent liars, in my opinion, and they know they're lying, and you could tell by their body language they are lying. That guy is like trying to get out paying child support. That's his body language. That woman who's sitting over there, it's like she shoplifted a Louis Vuitton bag. It's the same body language. When you know, it don't even get me started about tons of fun with no fucking chin over there. But it's like it's the same body language as someone who knows they're lying and doesn't believe the lies that they're telling, in my opinion.
Striker Nightfall, thanks for being here, man. These people are talking about streamlining are the same ones that made up a warder that never existed and gave him a whole fucking episode. You're absolutely freaking 100% right. So, yeah, I just, and don't forget this girl who is on this expert panel making excuses has not finished Knife of Dreams yet. Like, how do you? It's like you can't even. It's so distant. Why is she here? So moving on.
So we need to like get that stuff shrunk down, and those questions are constantly being faced in any adaptation. And I think they did a really good job on this one, because now we have her sooner, and it means we lost.
What is that? Hold on, let him finish his thought here.
Like we gained something. So
when you did you hear what he just said?
I did.
Did he say? He said nothing. So yes, well, we lose something, but then we gain something because we get her sooner. It's like, Why did we need her sooner?
Mm-hmm.
What, like,
to gain something that we've lost or will lose or urinate into a cup, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. He answered. Dinky D Media, there you go. Mid-season, Salty's going to open up on Dr. Huza.
Yeah. I'm taking
it.
a different angle. Taking a different angle.
I would just say that fight, right?
Yeah,
That
the fight was pretty phenomenal.
And
No,
lot
it
of
wasn't. That fight was fucking epic garbage. That fight was fucking full.
I think he's
flippy
trolling
kicks.
him. I think the Udo actor.
No, but this is what
trolling
he's not. That's the thing. It's like, I would love to know what these people actually think. Like, what happens when they actually see a good choreographed fight? I don't get it. Like, have you watched the fight? It's terrible. It's absolutely ridiculous. Bunch of doing their cartwheels. It's like the Ringling Butt Brothers doing fucking holding onto each other's ankles and rolling around like a ball. And fucking Perrin just sits there and watches the whole thing while she just takes out. It's like, just because you put a fight together and one beats many, it's like, that does not mean it's a good fight just because she took out a bunch of idiots. You
But
have
it looked
to, like,
terrible.
It looked
terrible
horrible
in real time, and it looked even more terrible when you guys tore it apart on the fight autopsies. I mean, you and Nathan, but it just looked terrible. She simply was too small to be able to do what it is that they needed her to do with these big dudes she was supposedly fighting. It would be like a 9-year-old, like trying to convince somebody a 9-year-old can flip you. Okay, like that.
James, 100%. Flippy kicks and jump cuts. That is the some parts of the fucking show's fight scenes. The fights are so bad. They miss their cues so much. Nathan and me fucking try to break these things down. And half the time you can't because they jump cut to the same scene from a different fucking angle. I see you just wanted to say something, Nate. Go ahead.
Oh, you got a jump cut, but it's a jump cut that's 5 seconds earlier, and then right as they're about to make contact with the sword, they jump cut again. And so, I mean, there's even in the fight, you're not showing any stakes whatsoever for it.
No,
it is a damn joke all over the place.
The work you guys that you did, Nathan, with Steve was incredible. It was just incredible because so many imperfections were there. And you remember when we all did the live watch together, and like I was sitting there going like this because my brain hurt. And it really did hurt. Like something, what was happening on the screen? It was like, was it subliminal messages? And it's like, no, the scenes in the fight scenes were so chopped up and dark and weird that my brain was trying to connect the kinetic action to what I was seeing, among other things. It fucked me up. I had to stop making videos for a while because I was like, oh my God, am I possessed? You know what I mean? Because Rafe Judkins channeling Moloch.
Well, and doing all those jump cuts, I mean, there were times where you had one or two, or sometimes even 3 jump cuts within a second.
Yep.
And so you can't even, like, you've got the big story of an episode, but a fight should be telling a story within itself. And you can't read the story in this at all of the fight scene. And so fuck stakes. Fuck streamlining, fuck everything else that you're doing, because you're not doing anything that makes any sense at all.
They killed Uno. There's your stakes, buddy. But
yeah,
Grifter, did they actually pay stunt fight choreographers on this show? Like, for real? Actually, yes, they did. At least they said they did. And then they showed, if you remember, before the season came out, they showed us this sizzle reel. It was another sizzle reel of them jumping on blue mats, pretending that they were doing fight scenes.
Spinning like he was in air.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they had this sizzle reel where they're showing like, this is what we're doing with the choreo, blah 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 blah, and and not to mention, and then we'll move on. But like Nate said, like several jump cuts in a second span. Half the time they would use the same fight, jump cut to a different angle, and then later they would jump cut to a different angle again for a fight that was prior to the fight that was taking place, because they needed to get because they couldn't show the fluid motion. Right, it's all over the place. These fights are terrible. They're unrealistic. Stop surrounding people by 12 fucking people and having them win. I don't care if Like Rand would have to use would have to channel. He's not beating 12 people in a circle around him. It's not happening. Even Rand or Lan or fucking Steppen, the greatest fucking warder ever made, right? It's not happening. It's just not.
They should have killed him.
Yeah, well, Steppen's
the other guy. No, the other guy. I thought the other guy.
It's
one of the gay warders.
Hopefully they're never gonna die. It's crazy.
Joshua Templeton is here. Wanted to call that out. John Thomas is here as well. Articus has joined us. Welcome everybody.
Yeah, it's not one fight scene worth the damn in the whole damn show.
Well, and let's not forget the epic beach scene and how you watching Lan supposedly kill 11, 12 guys, and the last scene they show on the beach is Lan fighting everybody and only one guy's on the ground.
Yeah, no bodies anywhere. Yeah, we just looked at that. Yeah, and then it's we could talk about it again for hours, the problems with all this shit. But all right, moving on. 30 people in chat. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button for me. I appreciate you all being here. And let us roll on. Hey, somebody, why doesn't somebody become a member? Why not? No, I'm kidding.
Fight was Alice.
I'm not kidding,
the
but
stunt woman Alice, who was doubling.
What do you think? This is the Nerdporial continue?
Yes. I want to feel better.
Yeah, I think Avienda has a lot more importance to the story now, whereas Gaul can come a little bit later and still be just about as impactful.
What?
Avienda was important to the story now because... Guys, help me out here. Why is Avienda important to the story?
El Dan is laughing his ass off in chat, too. That's why I died.
Yeah, yes, we remember that. Steppen literally ended himself instead of joining the gay warder gang bang.
Now,
absolutely.
Now she's important as opposed to in the story.
Well,
she was not important at all in Robert Jordan's book.
Her involvement was
her as a character.
Like her involvement was Perrin got her out of the cage.
Yeah.
Then they found her spear sisters. They proceeded to brutalize her.
Beat the shit out of her. Yep.
Then they walked to Falm. They fought some Shanshan, and she said "Kara Kara." Like,
hey, God, dude, do you not feel like you have a better understanding of G.E.T.O. now from her getting her ass beat for not protecting the woman that should be able to protect herself?
The Crips beat down. The Crips gang initiation. Nick Filoni says,
I would on Jordan. Hold on.
What I kind of like
being a dick. Thank you for being a dick.
Oh!
Shatterhorn gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for always being around. You're always here, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate hanging out always with your cool comments. I appreciate it. Let's see who Josh Templeton, John Thomas, James, Amanda Manethrin, James Matisse, Nathan, and Mr. Jacob Ironside are now Dragonsworn. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate. I'm a big fan of you, sir. I'm a big. Shatterhorn is the coolest. Like, I mean, Hand of the Dark One, right? I mean, good lord. So thank you very much, man. Where are we? Okay, moving on. Thank you very much. All right, moving on.
In terms of just a framing to make sure that Rand is present in every plot line, we have each.
What did she just say?
Wait, actually, this is actually.
I need to back that up. What the fuck did you
back it up like 2 seconds? But also, this is a view into the writers of the show, and what she is about to say is so batshit insane, but explains so many of the choices that were made.
What did she just say? Okay, here we go.
That's awesome.
All right. Okay, let's be quiet. I backed it up 5 seconds. Be quiet. Okay, here we go.
To framing to make sure that Rand is present in every plot line. We have each of Rand's childhood friends having some sort of relationship with one of the women that he ultimately falls in love with before we ever know that they're connected. Spoiler. We said 11, right? We said book 11.
First of all, no. Because Egwene and Nynaeve... Okay, you know what? I stand corrected. Continue. No, let me rephrase. First of all, no, that's retarded. Rand is not present in a plot line because another character that he gets with is in that plot line. Like, Min does not replace Rand. Avienda does not replace Rand.
Is that what she's saying? Because there's she's saying that there, because of characters that are in the book that are Rand adjacent, are now with other characters. That means that those storylines, because they're there, revolve around Rand.
Yeah,
is that what she's saying?
Friends.
Rand is present in every storyline because Rand's childhood friends are in a storyline with one of the three women that Rand falls in love with. Is the argument?
So
Yes.
are they going to be Eskimo brothers?
God, I hope so. I really hope so.
Your Barmy says maybe they were all impregnated. Yeah, he just threw it. He took care of it and threw it at it, and maybe some got on Matt's, maybe some got on Perrin, but most of it got on the other ones.
I don't understand.
How do you have an argument, guys, with someone who says this? Because it's so factually inaccurate. It's so fraudulent, intellectually fraudulent. You cannot offer a refutation to that other than to say, "Are you fucking high?" Because you cannot begin to engage rationally because it's an irrational statement.
You know, it'd be great if Rand shows up at some point because he hasn't yet. So I'd like to get Rand on screen.
Storyline.
Hey, Lyle's here.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard come out of anybody's mouth. Okay. And then she, of course, has to go, spoilers. You're at fucking JordanCon. Wheel of Time has been done for countless years. Shut the fuck up. Spoilers, my ass. I am so tired of that shit.
Maybe that's how he ends up becoming a blade master, because other people that he knows have trained with the sword in scenes, and therefore he knows it because they have swords.
That does seem to be the argument.
But no one's forgotten what they did with not Nynaeve in the cave, where she did the Bob Marley Rasta scream with the light behind her and healed Lan's gaping neck wound and all this other shit. Was that about Rand, making Rand the center of the story?
Who fucking
I'm confused. Help me out here.
Real quick, Lyle, I hope everything works out, my man. I hope sending good vibes your way, buddy. Hope your family matter is resolved in a very quick fashion. In a good outcome too, man. Good vibes sends your way, buddy. I'm sorry I had to deal with that, but
Mac,
this one?
Max is a question. Yeah.
Someone spoiled me with this. What is the pink-haired person on the left?
What is the appropriate word to use? It's Pizza the Hut.
Yeah. Pizza the Hut. That's it.
I'm gonna say 5'9", 450.
He's a big gay. He's a big gay ton of fun. That's yeah. That's what it is. With no fucking.
Okay, we said book 11. All right.
Book 11. I mean, fucking. I knew I was gonna be on a JordanCon panel. I couldn't bother to read a goddamn book. I read a fucking podcast, but I can't fucking read.
Nice framing device where Egwene and Nynaeve are hanging out with Elaine and getting to know Elaine as her.
That's not a framing device.
That's not framing.
That's
called DEI. It's called an ensemble cast in a soap opera. Like this is Beverly Hills 90210. All throughout the 90s, you would have seen shows like this. Okay, it is not following a main character. Rand is not the main character in this.
How is this reinforcing her point that Egwene and Nynaeve are hanging out with Elaine? Yes. Yes, factually true. That's what happens. They hang out and they become fucking sisters. Like
it's a framing device, Steve.
It's a frame.
It's prison hooch making. We're gonna turn lesbian time. That's what I got from those scenes. Now maybe I'm a racist asshole. I don't know.
Yes, they're they're causing us all to lose. But see, here's the thing, and who I think it was Nick that said before. Nobody on the panel is going to call them on their bullshit, so we have to call them on their bullshit because they're all just sitting there nodding, go, "Oh yes, Rand is in every fucking scene because Avienda pooped on his chest, fucking in the previous." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, you're so full of shit, and all of them are just nodding.
Eldan, to answer your question, she is not technically involved in the show. She is, however, friends with people who are involved in the show, and she is the sort of the one who comes up with the fan base's bullshit talking points. So if she is giving you the advice, it probably came from somebody affiliated with it.
So Josh Templeton, at this point, reunion is going to be a tent where Rand gets high in front of a bunch of diverse women. Whether everybody is naked is a toss of the coin. No, they're going to be sitting on rock, chairs, as they all just fucking, I don't know, get stoned and
Rand will be kneeling for sure.
He'll probably get back on that wheel. He'll get back on the fucking punishment wheel. Take it up.
And the wise ones,
whatever.
The wise ones will, it'll be a Raiders of the Lost Ark moment where they'll open something like, and lower him down into a pit of snakes, and he'll get Calendar that way.
Oh man, I'm sorry, man. Over under on Calendar being there. I don't know. I'm still with it. It's not going to be there.
Prior to Rand falling in love with her,
why does the floor
Matt
move?
and Min, which
Did she just say we get Elaine before Rand falls in love with her? No shit, we had that before. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, this is not something that was not.
So he's going to fall in love with somebody he's never seen before? What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll be honest, it's such word salad. I stopped. I have this huge problem with her where, like, if you've been in a corporate environment, women like this, where that nothing to say is going to matter. Yes. And she's got such a perfect voice for it. It's automatic. Yes. I can't help it.
I hear this voice. I've heard this voice in the last 25 years in corporate America, especially in my career field. It's that same, no one believes a fucking word coming out of your mouth, but she will get you fired if you at all question what she's saying.
Oh boy. All right, moving on.
Loving their dynamic together. I never.
Wait, she's loving.
How are you loving
Elaine and Rand's dynamic? Is that what she's talking about?
I thought she was talking about Matt and Min.
Wait, I
thought it was Avendia
talking about.
Wait, let her go. She might be talking about Prison Wine.
Prison Wine.
All right, here we go. Let's.
With Elaine and getting to know Elaine as her own independent person prior to Rand falling in love with her. We get Matt and Min, which I'm loving their dynamic together.
Matt and Min.
I never have envisioned them together, but it all makes so much perfect sense.
Why does it make perfect sense?
No, it doesn't.
Why? Why does it make perfect sense? Why? What? Like, why? Like, you say
what
that
is
shit
Min?
like
She's
something.
Fucking dark friend who's sent there to fuck. I'm just.
She loves the dynamic of Min manipulating Matt to lure the savior of the world to his death. Yes. It's the dynamic that she loves.
And she's a coward who hates her gift, and she's a victim because of it made her different. This is what the show did. We're not talking about the book character, Little Miss. We're talking about the shit that you put on screen, which is in no way what Min was. All of us who've read the books, I loved her. The way Robert described her, I thought she was hot, cocky, street smart, with a little bit of cleavage showing. She was a badass. I really like that character. This played out Portland ex-junkie, hot dog down a hallway, I've had 18 abortions, shit that you put on the screen and called Min. I don't like that character. I want that character to not be in the show.
Yeah. The other part is, no, it makes no sense at all. There's no reason she couldn't have just brought Matt to Falma. The entire Min involvement of getting him to Kyrian first and then bopping him on the head and teleporting him made no sense.
None.
Well, it made her completely useless.
Well, and also don't forget, Min's power doesn't work. So,
That's also
hold on, guys. Need some medication here.
There you go.
Good doctor, can you write me a prescription?
Right.
All right, moving on.
And that both of them are dealing with their own struggles about their worthiness and whether they are bad people.
She's a bad person, 100%.
Yes, he is
And
also a bad person.
Matt has to have a fucking. Matt has to go get fucking loaded and blow a horn for somebody to tell him he's a good guy when he's not actually a good guy. He's a piece of shit. So like, there's nothing to ponder. They're terrible people.
Yeah. He's just like his dad.
While Egwene, Elaine, and Nynaeve are working on their dynamic because Egwene and Nynaeve are now for the first time at odds, and Nynaeve is the star, and Egwene is tired of being number two. And in comes this person to kind of mix that up a little bit. And then we also have Perrin and his relationship to violence meeting the person that Rand falls in love with, who the most is connected to a philosophy surrounding violence.
This is wrong. This is wrong within the context of the show. And here's why. I'll let you go, Alex, and I'll please, and then I'll throw my point if it's different than yours.
Well, why is it makes no sense for Nynaeve to be the star if she hasn't channeled since she's arrived at the tower?
Bingo! Thank you.
She hasn't channeled. They made her accepted for nothing. She didn't do anything.
She drank the shit water that Egwene was like, I got this one, and we all feel bad for fucking Nynaeve because she has to drink shit water. This bitch, did she even watch the television show? Seriously.
I don't think she did. Also, Perrin's relationship with violence, like, I'm so confused. Like, were they saying that his monologue of "I'm mad that Padden Fane betrayed the village and I killed my wife, so now I can kill people again"? Like, but he doesn't even really kill people in the book or in the show. He just kind of hits them. It isn't until Dane Bornhald that he actually kills somebody.
The only people he kills is women and
old
significant others, like people that he's close to, and old men. He blindsides and murders them. Jesus fuck!
He kills good guys.
Yes. Well, I don't know. She's a dark friend.
Until you can prove otherwise, I don't believe it.
Brandon Sanderson tried, guys. He tried.
Well, plus the baby she was carrying was innocent too. So.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Good point.
So I think that's a really smart choice, and is a good kind of economy of storytelling while also making sure that
economy of storytelling. What the fuck does that mean?
What
Go
story
back
have
to
they
your
told?
podcast.
More corporate
Go ahead
speak.
and talk. Yeah, it's corporate speak. Go ahead and talk to all those hacks, those young women who are delusional, who are writing their fanfic and all this other shit, and you're giving them illusions to join your screenwriting class. Would you have absolutely no ability to actually do any of the shit that you're using the buzzwords for? This is fucking cringe. This is what happens when you put a podcaster who's a shill bought off by Amazon onto a panel, and this is all they know how to do. And problem is that everybody on this panel, we have a penis, okay? And by virtue of that, we're wrong, and she's right because she doesn't have a penis. And that's the world that we live in. Seriously. Like, we cannot be critical of her, or we're causing her violence. Think about that one.
I'm going to keep causing her violence. All right, moving on.
Rand, when people complain that Rand is not present in the show,
he's not.
She's gonna say, but everybody, all his girlfriends are there, so he is present. Is that what she's about to fucking say?
I do believe that's what she's about to say.
He's in every single plot line.
No, he's not. You stupid idiot.
That would
objectively false.
Wrong.
I want to make a joke. I don't think that I should, but that means if I cannot think of a parallel correlation to this, Alex. That's just as absurd as this because my brain doesn't work like this.
Baxter, come back.
Yeah, Lady B, I think we get the phrase economy of storytelling. The issue that I take with it is it's stupid corporate speak. They replaced the word efficiency with the word economy, and for no reason other than that they liked the buzzword. That's my objection to it. It's not the phrase. I guess it is technically the phrase itself, but it's the fact that it's a stupid phrase and that she's using it badly, not in the sense that she's trying to use it, but in the sense that she's wrong in her statement about it.
I'm just trying to reconcile this. She is saying that Rand is in every storyline because a character that he eventually loves in the books is on screen at any given point.
Else.
Correct.
Somebody else.
So Nynaeve. So what about Nynaeve? All that shit with Nynaeve, and so because Elaine is up there watching the Yellow Ozma die. She Rand's in that scene. Like it makes no fucking sense. Like apply this to any other film or movie or anything. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger is in every scene in Commando because when you go to the part where she's trapped, she's there and she's his daughter, so he's there too. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, no, it's not how it works. Rand is present a lot.
Can we read that?
Yeah, I will. Rand is present a lot, but he's just not doing anything of value, or he's on his knees, not saying anything. So yeah. So Sam 8000 for $2. Matt is your favorite character, and fuck this show, but fuck this show.
So speaking of economy of words, right there.
Great use of the
very efficient.
Best $2 super chat I think I've ever seen. That was brilliant.
All right, moving on. Let's go. This bitch is like I shouldn't say.
I don't care.
Right.
She is. She's a liar.
I remember
in my
going through
opinion.
the
She's a
outlines
liar.
for the shows and being like, it all relates to Rand and the A plot pretty much.
It all comes back to him.
Wonder why.
I wonder.
No, that's not how it works. If my best
there,
friends have girlfriends and they're having sex with them, and I'm not in the same bed with them having sex with them, that does not mean I'm having sex with my friends' girlfriends. That's not how that works. It's not about me. It's about them.
Salty, it does mean though when he does.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? How can you get on this panel and pretend to have any dignity at all?
Well, but it does mean, Salty, that when he does have sex with his girlfriends later, it really means that he's actually fucking Perrin and Matt.
That is, by their logic, what she's saying.
That's why I made that analogy, because I wanted somebody to go there. Thank you. It's true. I don't get this. Who the fuck thinks like this? Chat, are we overreacting? Does somebody see the rationale here? I mean,
it all comes back to Rand.
Shit.
Well, it's like in there, like are they trying to be smart? It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
yes, Trip.
What did Trip say? Is this panel talking about the changes from book to show and probably how the show is better? They're trying to, but they're failing miserably and making no sense.
My father-in-law was reading the next book, book 12, in front of me the other day, and like giggling to himself and like gasping. It was the meanest thing he's ever done to me.
Oh my! I cannot.
I yelled at him.
Actual statement?
Look at that man.
Okay,
like, would you care to share something with the class?
Oh my god!
Oh well.
How about you just read
it's because it's the only way she can read it is if she's having it read to her.
Like, if it's so bad, you can't be that fucking busy. Like, I'm sorry, just put an earbud in and fucking, like, if you're gonna be trying to be an expert on these panels, get through the goddamn series, and then you can go back and freaking slow down if you want. The fact that she's on any of this shit and she hasn't finished is the most ridiculous thing I've ever freaking seen.
Trip, that IQ estimation is way too high.
Where
she
we?
missed the decimal point.
Shader Heron says your daddy should have spanked you more. I couldn't agree more. Beat.
She probably hated her daddy. Okay, sorry, that was me. Articus for $10, my man. Thank you very much. This feels like an excuse a woman would make when all of her Instagram posts are only her and lewd outfits. My boyfriend's in them in spirit because we love each other.
He trusts
Sounds
me.
about right.
Yeah,
you're right, Mule. The book has only been out for 14 years. She couldn't be prepared. Being on a panel, trying to pretend to be an expert on this shit. What did I call? I call a lot of things these days.
Dude, Prophet is.
I sure didn't call Roadhouse too. What?
I was just gonna say your channel is very well named. You are prophetic in your ability to predict what the show is gonna do.
Except with the Hulk.
Pretty good. What's that?
Except no Hulk Baron. No Hulk Baron.
It's coming. All right. We are going to get Spider versus Werewolf in Tar. It's gonna happen. Please. Giant Spider versus Perrin Werewolf in fucking Tar. Just do it.
Can you have
please.
your daughter draw that? Can your daughter draw that and you put it on a t-shirt? Because
I'm trying to get her to finish Bob the Balefire guy. She's like, every time I ask her, she's like, it's almost done. It's like, you come on, get it done.
Kayla Dare is a good point. And she says, look at me. I'm the only woman up here. So stunning and brave. And that's it. That is just that sentence. Look at me. Doesn't have to be competent. Doesn't have to have integrity. Just has to be the center of fucking attention. And lie. And not even be aware of how fucking ridiculous she looks.
That's the most ridiculous thing in the whole thing, Trip, is why? And if she knew she was going to... Look, it's... Just look, if I knew I was going on a panel and I hadn't finished a book, right? I buy it on Audible, I put it at like 1.54 speed and just listen to it. You know, I could be done in probably like you could finish if you were in a crunch, you could get through 3 or 4 books in like 3 or 4 days. Yeah. Now, do you absorb all of it?
See what it would take.
All of it? But you do nothing but that, and you'd have to have it in you all the time. But like, if you're gonna put yourself on a panel like this and call you need to have finished. Otherwise, I can't take you seriously,
Josh,
at all. So moving on.
All
right, here we go.
It also allows for the women in Rand's life.
The women
in separate contexts when they're.
What the fuck does that mean?
You gotta let him finish.
What does that fucking even mean?
You need to let him finish.
I don't even. What do you mean, Step? What does that fucking mean?
It allows the women in Rand's life to be introduced.
Because so often they are just tied to Rand, and they don't have to be because they are badass women on their own.
What do you? It's not your fucking book, you morbidly obese, pink-haired poof. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand this. Why are they shitting? Because that's what this is doing. This guy, who supposedly, isn't he running this con? He is shitting on what Robert Jordan did. Okay? Just take the show out of it. What he's saying is that someone could make characters that Robert Jordan did and make them, they needed to be given agency. They needed to be stripped out of the essential core of what these stories are about. The three variant. Now they're better because we can see them without Rand around, without them adding to what Rand has the primary, strongest variant of this book needs to accomplish in his world. It's bullshit. Sorry,
yes, that's exactly what they're trying to say, Trip. Were you gonna say something, Alex? I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, of all the complaints about this book, one of my biggest is why the fuck do we spend so much goddamn time with Elaine away from Rand? It's boring as shit.
Yeah,
this is the opposite of a problem. We need to, and again, if we're talking about streamlining, the goal should be to get them with Rand sooner, not later. Yes. Retard, like,
yeah, she has plenty of time fucking up shit in Andor later by herself, you know. So like, don't worry about it. She'll get there. All right, moving on. This is crazy.
Also, we got Bane and Cheese.
You didn't get the claps you wanted for that fucking virtue signal, did you, asshole? Sorry.
No, he did not.
Impossible with all.
Yeah, because we need fucking. So we just got done We just got done talking about how there's too many fucking characters. Wait. We just got done talking about how there's too many fucking characters, and now we're saying, well, we got Bane and Chien. So you've taken Gaul, who is one character, and replaced him with 3.
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
More women on screen.
Jesus fuck. Like,
and especially if you were given,
you're coming up with your own. You're talking about your own talking points.
If you were given the choice, and you were trying to adapt the series as faithfully as possible, and you were told you can only have one of Gaul or both of Bane and Chien, you take Gaul every time, right?
1,000%.
You know why? Because
Yep.
his fucking character is actually plot relevant
Yes.
because he does stuff that matters.
Yeah, Forsaken, great point. Why not have Gaul and Shion? If someone needed to go get rid of Bane,
Yeah.
perfect. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. And then you can have all the courting stuff without, the whole, Spear Sisters bullshit. Right. Nope. Nope.
I feel like because Perrin's relationship to violence is still.
Why do we keep
Is he carrying his dead wife's head around in a bowling bag? Because he seems pretty over it to me. Really.
Why does she... Perrin's relationship to violence. Because nobody else in this fucking series has a relationship with violence. Rand didn't murder a guy in cold blood. Like
He
Daddy
stood
Perrin
there.
did. I know Perrin's better at murdering people, but Rand still, he's getting up there. Matt isn't fucking killing people. Matt is, Matt isn't, thieving and getting.
Okay,
What
in her defense, Perrin's relationship with violence is a big part of his book character arc. The problem is it's interpreted retarded in the TV show, and she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
But they showed him to be a coward who didn't do anything. Remember at the end of season 1 with Patton Fane with that goddamn box? He stands there and literally shits his pants while he watches Loyal get stabbed, and then Patton Fane waltzes out, and he's still standing there with urine, hot urine, running down his coward leg. Don't tell me about his violence. He let his friend get killed. Now, it's a good thing Loyal just could be raised from the dead. But I'm just saying, what are we talking about on this show?
Those thick-skinned Ogier, man.
Trip makes an excellent point. The only counter that I can make to this is, look, everybody knows that killing your wife is the equivalent to the Ravens and the Fox, okay? Like, this is basic Hollywood knowledge here, Trip. You gotta keep up. God, this show is
Emil says Loyal didn't get stabbed. You must be misremembering. He's totally fine. He got stabbed in the... Like, they didn't even do the stabbed in the book thing. We were all waiting for it, right? We were all waiting for it to be like...
You said it.
He ruined my... I had to start over my story because the dagger ripped and melted my pages and I had to start... They didn't even do that. They didn't even explain it. He's just there.
But she's
looking
contradicting it because
incredibly small on a horse.
But they had Perrin all in love with the way of life. He's going to be a hippie and go to fish concerts and eat lentils. Okay, that was the Perrin we got in season 1. So what they're talking about, what history of violence? He's done nothing except stand around and mope when we all thought he was fucking gay for Rand because of the scene that he had with Show Egwene. Like, again, they're literally just like allowing our book readers, our experience with the character, to fill in what they never actually put on the screen. And she's trying to trick us into believing that what she's saying is anything other than just abject fucking lies.
He kills, 2 people compared to Rand killing the nurse, Turok, Ishii, and Moraine killing boat guy, horse guy, failed to kill Lanfear, and the Sean Chan ships. Yeah, she's got the biggest kill count of the series, yeah. Murder count, I have to say.
Killed a bunch of Sean Chan, too. Matt's got a higher body count than Perrin.
Yeah, that's true, too, yeah. Fucking hell, man. Jesus. All right,
Just ongoing. We haven't solved that at all. Having a friend who, can guide him through Giotto. Spoilering again. Giotto and, that kind of middle ground.
Wait, who is guiding who? Through what?
Apparently, her argument is that Gaul guided Perrin through Giotto and convinced him that the middle ground of some violence is okay.
What are you talking? Gaul never... Giotto was never a thing for Perrin. Ever.
That's what she said. I didn't say it.
Well, and she said, right off of the comment of his relationship with violence, we haven't solved that yet.
Yes, she uses "we" when talking about this series.
I mean, never mind the fact that Jordan took care of that.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, bitch.
He might as well have
It was
if
a
he didn't for
metaphorical.
real. He may
It
have.
was-
He was standing in the corner
looked
clutching
like
that
He was
axe. He may have
shaking
pissed himself.
pretty good.
He was shaking and scared
Yeah,
and did nothing. He
was
did nothing
terrified.
and let his friends get killed, and then
Yeah.
did nothing.
Yeah,
But
if
his
you
mouth
told
was
me-
open.
Yeah, if you told me he pissed himself, I'd believe it. I guess that's where I'm at. So, all right, moving on.
Round
Now,
that
Butch
Perrin is
been away-
looking for. I think there's a place for Gaul on the show for sure. I don't necessarily know, obviously 100%, but I think there's a place for him definitely.
Yeah,
Where?
He's dead. He's
Where?
dead.
Where? So you're talking about streamlining stuff. You've taken all the Gaul stuff away, but yet there's a place for him. Where? Holding fucking Bane and she
Hanging
has
in a
fucking
cage,
spears?
dead.
Like,
Season
he's
1.
dead.
That's where it is. Yeah.
Yes, Gaul was in the cage, and if they say otherwise, they're lying. That was him. There's no other reason to have a stone dog in there. It was him.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So anything else on? Do we have anything else on Gall Vienda?
Gaul v.
I don't like that. I don't think I like that.
Just how great was he?
Why aren't you
Ayula
laughing?
was so amazing. All of it was
Not
pretty
very
phenomenal.
great. That's
It was
how
great to see
great
the
he
Aiel
was.
culture on the screen a little bit because we didn't really.
How?
No, you dipshit!
What a yield
Uh,
culture.
The Aiel don't beat the shit out of somebody because somebody else
Yes.
died, you fucking moron.
They're
Also,
not LA
Aiel
gangs.
is a terrible
Not
actress.
MS-13. It's not MS-13, guys. It's
It's just
the IEL.
they-
Okay? There's a
we
fucking
learned so
difference.
much about G. Listen, like remember when they get together, the explanation of why she has toe is the girl the other spear sister fell in battle because Avienda didn't protect her, even though she would. Avienda, like the way Avienda would have owed her more toe for jumping in and saving her and not trusting her to take care of her own fucking business. Not going, oh, it's my fault she died because I didn't protect her. No, she, like, you thinking she's incapable of protecting herself is worse than letting her die.
Yes. That's right.
Yes. Also,
But we don't
John-
understand that.
Correct. It's at some point I give him credit. He's excellent at playing the role. He's the only good actor tangentially involved with this show.
Who's this?
Fat bastard.
Which fat bastard?
John Thomas's comment.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I know. It is the most compelling character ever created by Amazon. I can tell you that. He evokes a lot of emotion when he's on the screen, which is usually me asking him, "Where the fuck is your chin, fat boy?" But
boy.
yeah,
So one of the biggest changes from the books this season has been with Moraine and Lan. Moraine doesn't have a lot of screen time in the Great Hunt, but she
doesn't have a lot of screen time in the Great Hunt. Understatement of the fucking goddamn year.
we all might
Fuck
have made
off.
videos about that, didn't we? Might have. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
crucial to the plot of season 2. One of the other
How?
big changes was Rand healing Moraine or stilling.
What are you talking? What?
Rand healing Moraine. What?
So they're doing the thing where the show told them in season 1 that Moraine was stilled. So even though they were informed that she was not stilled, they still talk like she was stilled. Even though we know now that she wasn't stilled. Like he's just bad at speaking along with
how did Rand heal her?
vegetables. Well, Rand cut the knot.
Good
that
idea,
was
Shader.
They're shielded.
Oh fuck!
I agree,
off.
Stryker. This is the danger of this, and this is why I get upset with this panel. It's almost like it's psychological warfare to convince us, like Picard. You know, there are 3 lights. No, there's 4 lights. They're trying to get you to see something that wasn't there, and they're trying to cover over for it. And these are dangerous lies, in my opinion, because it's essentially like 2 + 2 = 5, or there are more than two genders. It's fucking not true. But you say it enough, they're gonna go, oh well, they tried and we tried, and we had to streamline the stories by making up a bunch of shit that wasn't in the books, and we didn't actually do any of the plot lines from either of the two books we were supposed to cover. It is just all of this stuff is the same repetition of the same malignant, malevolent intent, which is to brainwash you that somehow this is Wheel of Time. It's not.
I don't understand how after everything, maybe he fell asleep and didn't realize that she wasn't stilled. I don't understand how you interpret her as being stilled at this point. It's crazy.
He was in a diabetic coma. That's what he was.
I was going to say, I'm going to give him credit. Good for him for not watching it. I wish
exactly.
There you go.
Smarter than I am.
Moving on.
Using these words loosely. Question for panelists. I mean, aside from the whole, hey, you have Rosamund Pike, you need to use Rosamund Pike, which is an incredibly valid statement. Like,
No,
it's not incredibly valid. I can't.
It is not
overstate
incredibly valid. Stop this bullshit. Stop writing shows for the actor or actress.
Yes.
Write it for the characters. Cut that shit out, or don't hire them.
You ever notice
like at this point you keep saying this shit? We have Rosamund Pike. Then don't fucking hire her if you're forced to write shit for her.
You ever notice that when gay people say the word valid, what they really mean is either degenerate or retarded?
I agree. It's the opposite. It's like when Bill Gates talks. Whatever he's saying, he's doing the opposite thing. He's like murdering everybody. So, yeah.
Man.
I don't know what to do with this. I mean, I cannot believe these people are on a panel, and like someone in chat said earlier, there is not one person to even politely, even just say, I beg to differ, and here's why. It is just vomit lie, ejaculate lie, vomit another lie, and it's just all they can't even keep their shit straight.
Well, Forsaken, right. Is she Moraine or is she Rosamund Pike? So it's
Bingo.
Moraine. It's Rosamund. It's Moraine as Rosamund. It's Moraine as Rosamund Pike at this point, because we're writing the show and forcing that square peg in the round hole, because Rosamund Pike.
Yeah. And John, from what I understand, Rosamund Pike picked herself.
Yeah.
Here we
And
go.
I think bossed around, and if you guys remember, the videos that we did with the responses, I think pushed Rafe Judkins around a lot, which isn't hard to do, and I'm not defending Rafe Judkins at all, but I think between Jennifer Sulky and Rosamund Pike, and I think given what we've seen from Rafe Judkins, that he just let himself get pushed around, in my opinion, because Rosamund Pike had more clout than he did, and I think that no matter what Brandon Sanderson did to shame him and tell him to man up, that he couldn't do it.
No.
And now we all have to live with the consequences of that man's flaccid inability to stand up for anything.
Yep.
Moving on.
the validity of that. But what are the reasons for having Moraine take a bigger role in season 2?
Because you're paying her?
I mean, you have Rosamund Pike.
Okay. You know what? I was like, it's still going to get brought up.
And I'll tell you something. The way Rosamund, she's absolutely phenomenal on set, and she is Moraine for the whole show, for all of us. And
no,
she
she's
leads
not.
by example.
Is that why the horse died on the Rings of Power set?
This is a result of Me Too. This is the Me Too power grab stuff, guys. And this is what you get. There are people who are angry with the Hollywood system, right or wrong, and I think some cases entirely justified. But now that they're in positions of power, they're even worse bullies and manipulators than those other people. But they're just a different gender, or they're just a different sexuality. And the problem with this is we're getting even more inferior products. I can't prove that quantitatively, but I think the results qualitatively speak for themselves.
I mean, and Max, you're right. They're pretending like Rosamund Pike is a can't-miss A-lister like Sean Bean on Game of Thrones or Henry Cavill. She just simply isn't. She's not. She's a good actress, But that's it. Like she's definitely not a headliner. Like she's gonna be a B tier on Now You See Me 3. Like right? I mean, like, come on, what are we talking about here? She's been okay at best her whole career.
Yeah,
Rosamund
she's
Pike
beautiful.
hasn't
She's
done
smart.
a notable project since 2014.
I mean,
Correct.
she's second tier to Sam Worthington in Wrath of the Titans. I mean,
Part of that is
about?
It's because what Hollywood does to women. It punishes women for becoming older, and it makes those women who are over 40. There's only so much Botox and the other stuff that it can do. Now, those are not my values. I don't think that at all. I'm 54 years old. Okay, I think older women are beautiful because they're my age. Okay, like it's normal to me. But Hollywood punishes women for getting over a certain age, and that is going to be a pisser. Okay, here's the thing: no one said you had to stay in Hollywood. Okay, you could go do something else. Okay, but to take out all of your frustrations because you're not essentially who's the chick with the big tits that was in the terrible Madam Web movie that everybody's hot for right now?
Dakota.
Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney, the odometer is winding on that. Okay, she's just like Jennifer Lawrence. Remember her? Like she was flavor of the month for a while. She's going to age out pretty soon, and it sucks. And I'm not saying it's right, but there's got to be a lot of bitterness because Rosamund Pike was in a James Bond movie, and then her career went nowhere. That's got to be a pisser, you know?
All right, here we go.
Example.
Jennifer Collins.
And I just want to tell a little Rosamund story very quickly.
Oh, God.
And I shared this when this happened. I talked to her about it because I was so blown away. In season 1, on my first or second day, Thomas Agomar had a very long speech when Rosamund and the kids and everyone come to shine.
They cut that. There was no long speech by
He's
Agomar, was
talking
there?
about season 1.
Yeah,
Maul's
but I don't think he had.
Rosamund. Maul was.
Wait, no. Did they?
There is no Agomar speech, not a long one. I remember being pissed off that they removed his whole speech about Lan. Remember, he doesn't talk about the last king of Malkir and
Not at all.
in his never-ending fight against the fucking Shadow. They pulled that was another epic scene. They didn't do. So it sounds like to me he's saying like, and I don't remember Agomar giving a speech. Like he gives a few short ones. I guess maybe he's talking about one of the. I don't remember him having a long speech. Do you?
His sister. It was about his sister wearing their family armor because he didn't. All right. Again, another Amazon DEI identity politics.
Yeah. Yep, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about the one with his sister. I think he even says that later.
All right. Well, I'm thinking about the better one. All right, moving on.
And are there. And
also,
of course, the way it
is
is on TV, they.
Long is irrelevant. It's not long. It's
right. Yeah.
2-minute scene.
But it denutted Lan. It devalued Lan and who Lan was, what he stood for, what he was doing. Just another thing that was just fucking wasted.
All right, moving on.
They shoot Rosamund first, and then the camera's off her for the rest of the day. And sometimes the number one on a call sheet will just leave. And we spent hours on the turnaround with Thomas doing it from all kinds of angles. And every single take, she gave 100% performance, and the performance grew and grew and grew. And I have never seen a number one on a call sheet do that.
Because she's not a number one. She's a number one on a shit show.
Yeah, I think what he's saying is, and this is, this is a fair thing to say good about Rosamund Pike is that she stuck around for the teammates. It's like, in a sports team, you finish practice, you're not supposed to go change. You sit there and clap as the slow kids finish running. Like, great, good for her. But like, as a viewer of the show, I don't give a shit. Like,
the final product is still fundamentally flawed with the story. So it doesn't matter how good your scene in a box is. Okay. It actually makes the writing and the performance that much worse to see the ridiculous. And Nathan, you have said this before, there is no through line. There is no narrative. These characters don't actually have depth at all, but they have these little scenes. Everything's just an emotional scene.
Mm-hmm. Also, wow, how embarrassing is it? You know, I kind of assumed that everybody just phoned this in and just didn't give a shit. Are you telling me this is everybody giving their best? Like
It
this
sure
is
sounds like it.
100%. Damn, that's super depressing.
It is.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, absolutely. All right, moving on.
And I couldn't believe it. It was the greatest lesson in leadership I've ever seen because she cared about Thomas and his performance. And I told her, I just said that was the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen. And the rest of it's her story to tell. But she says something happened to her when she was younger where that didn't happen. And she vowed she would never do it. And
what happened?
And that's exactly what she was going for in the first fucking place. She didn't give a shit about these other people.
Agreed.
I'll be honest. I started wincing when he started. I switched over to the Dusty Wheel to see if they'd announced anything, and I didn't catch what he was saying.
Did they announce anything? Anybody lurking in Dusty Wheel, seeing if something actually fucking was announced, or if he's just spinning his wheels?
I saw it was about
bragging because
the coming year would be. I guess they were asking. I guess there was some announcement about the upcoming year. So they were asking, what do you think Amazon meant by the upcoming year?
Oh, okay. Well,
so, I mean, I think we know at this point it's 2025. Like it's, if it was going to be 2024, we would have gotten an announcement by now. And they're not going to run double with Rings of Power. So
not at all.
Yeah, I'm just irritated that dude gets to go to Dragonsteel and I don't. But all right, moving on.
She set such a great example on that set that, I mean, that's the kind of thing, though, it comes from the top down. You know, Rafe is so generous and there's so much caring on that set. So that's the kind of thing. But I will say very briefly, I thought it was great. Yeah, I love because it's another turning of the wheel.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, eat my ass. Dude, you know, this guy, you know the reason why this guy is saying this, right? Because he's done. He doesn't have another gig. Hollywood is downsized. There's not a lot of productions. No one is hiring someone like him for a lot of reasons. Wrong gender, wrong color, wrong sexuality. He puts on a dress and says, call me Betsy. He might get roles, but he's not going to do that because he's got a family. So Rosamund Pike is also producing shit. She produced that 3 Body Problem thing. So he's trying to crawl up her ass and do this and run PR for her. So hopefully when she gets a production, he can be on a show.
I thought we were beyond this fucking new turning of the wheel lie.
No.
I am so. Hey, yeah, the show looks nothing like it should, but it's a new turning of the wheel. Like, fuck off. This is going to be the wheel. So obviously, this is going to be the one where the dark one wins and everybody dies. Then, okay, got it.
Oh, you guys are shattered. Our miracle, you're busted us up. Thank you.
I watch the episodes because I don't see everything in advance. I watched the episodes just like you, and I'm a fan. And those scenes, I just thought they were terrific. And then I'm a big fan of the change, and I think it's okay to
change. He's a big fan of which change.
Remember, he read all the books to do Uno right, and then his 2-year-old
just all his lines. Yeah.
He's a big fan.
He read all. Yeah, he made a big ass notebook so he could portray him accurately. They lost it, and it's like, well, it don't matter. They didn't do any of it anyways. Yeah.
What he is straight up speaking lies.
Make it change like that.
What was that?
I will give him credit for this. He watched it. Several actors have said they don't watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of.
What did you say, Nate? I didn't hear you.
He's not telling the truth.
Oh yeah,
he's lying out of his ass.
It sure feels that way, doesn't it?
If you have Daniel
and I love morbidly obese gay Scarlett O'Hara.
I'm not trying to say that wasn't a great.
Sorry, my bad. What were you saying?
No. I was just making fun of the fat guy who's so fat that he can't get rid of his own body heat, and he's fanning himself like Scarlett O'Hara.
I'm tired of listening to them talk about how great all the actors are, and we have to keep using them because they're great. I'm fucking over it. Moving on.
Great reason. I'm just saying, she adds a lot to the story, and having her be our kind of like she was in season 1 with our leader, she's still leading things. She's just leading them from behind the scenes a little bit more this season. So having that continuum between season 1 and season 2 is really, really nice.
Oh, no, you go, please. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to talk because this is all bullshit. Is that what that is? Because he hasn't said a word in like 20 minutes. Right? I mean,
I also think that if we're talking about season 2, kind of with traditional season structure, that's going to be your obstacle season. So that's going to be where the stakes start to ratchet up in intensity. And when we're thinking about, what if we're wrong? What if we're making the wrong choices? What if we're trusting the wrong people? Having the person that we have seen in season 1 as the most capable person, and the person that we're like, oh yeah, she's got it all together, suddenly on the back foot, and suddenly realizing that the Forsaken know a lot more than she does, even though she's been preparing for this for 20 odd years, that she's thousands of years behind us. Seeing that again when we're talking about raising the stakes, raises the stakes enormously. In addition to that, getting to spend that much time with Lan and Moraine and their relationship, and how
did we lose Salty? Sorry.
Didn't we do this in the first season?
Yeah,
Wasn't
she's just
the entire
rambling.
point of her being stilled was to emphasize this? Like, wasn't that? I don't know why I'm asking these questions. She's talking nonsense. I know she's talking nonsense. She knows she's talking nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like, she's just there's steaks and steaks and steaks and steaks. It's like, well, cook the steaks and let's eat. Like, I just like she's just talking nonsense. It's like,
yeah,
I want Moraine. I like
they are
Moraine.
to each other, because certainly they are important to each other. Sets us up for a lot of heartbreak down the road, and understanding a lot of
she's not gonna die.
What Lan endures down the road. So, in addition to being a necessary plot line for practicality reasons, and because Rosamund Pike is amazing and we all want to see her, we're also setting up the inevitable. I mean, the doorway is coming.
No, it's not. Why? Why is the doorway coming? What makes you what that we have seen in this show makes you think that there is going to be a red doorway tearing girl anywhere? We skipped it.
No, it'll be there because they want it to be there.
Next, you're going to tell me they just skip things from the books.
Like what? Like I don't understand why there she like no like you keep contradicting yourself. Go ahead, Nate.
Steve, it'll be there because this will give her dramatic exit to the show, and it's going to be the most epic ever, and it will seal her in the pantheon of Wheel of Time epicness, yada yada yada, and economy of stuff and word salad.
She ain't gonna die. She's gonna die at Demise Wells, which is gonna be at the end of season 4 instead of like it's gonna be a fucking mess. Like if she dies at all, like I like we keep saying this turning the wheel. They take out stuff. Matt gets all the stuff that's like. What makes you think that that's going to happen? What have they been building? They're building towards not doing that. So why all of a sudden do we think that? And what does anything that she's done in the first 2 seasons have to do with her fucking dying? How are we building to that?
Yeah, nothing makes sense in this show. So what prevents them from building to that? Not building, but just jumping to that conclusion, because that's all the shit does is jump to conclusion.
I know how she's gonna die. I know how she's gonna die. Remember that horse that she killed in season 2?
My God,
it's gonna come back and fuck her.
That horse's brother is gonna come and find her in the middle of the night, and it's gonna stomp on her and just like crush her into little pink juicy.
Make it happen.
Die pieces,
please.
I think that would be a.
Well, that's also true, Gaffly. But Lanfear has already been defeated by Mogideon, so Moraine doesn't need to beat her unless they immediately undo the season 2 finale, which will be par for the course. Well, also, Lanfear is a good guy now because she's praying to the light. So I don't think she's gonna kill somebody because she's now a Goodman. So
Oh God, I hope she joins them. I hope that she joins Rand's team.
Well, unless they flip her and Mogideon, and Moron goes through the doorway with Mogideon.
Why not? No,
Yeah.
no. Spider werewolf. We're spider werewolf. We're getting it. All right. Don't rain on my parade. It's happening. All right. Here we go.
We've seen it with all of Moraine's additional interactions with Lanfear.
What doorway? What are you talking
What
about?
doorway? I tried to be as vague as possible. I'm sorry, that was so loud. I tried to be as vague as possible.
Why?
But the doorway is coming, and
No, it's
I think
not.
that plot line and giving us.
You haven't
that
done
deep
any.
look
So
inside their
why?
belly.
Like you're talking about plot lines. You're talking about this. You're not doing that plot line. So why is it coming? Like you're so full of shit. You don't even know what you're talking about. You have.
If this
you
woman
have you have not done it.
This is the kind of woman who lies to children. This whole vibe, just no goddamn morality, like none at all.
Is this what? Here we go.
Shit. Yes, Alex, it does look like that. Sorry.
Oh,
To make the
Yeah,
head
but
bang.
that guy's not as fat. That's the problem. He's morbidly obese, and that guy's got a chin.
Well, he was a kid in that picture.
Yeah, okay, I can see it.
we're going to hell, but that's okay.
We're already there, dude. This is
Yeah, it's true.
I
You're
was-
right. You're not long. You're not
4
wrong.
years.
This
Chip
chick
could
is so
also
full of
see
shit.
Both of them on the back foot. Both gives Forsaken more power. It makes us more concerned that this victory might not be possible after all. And we
The
also get to
stakes, the
see
stakes.
the people interact as we're heading towards the inevitable conclusion.
Shut up, you stupid
Probably
hag.
not conclusion to that
Fucking
story.
lying bitch.
God, I have such
I don't
a
even.
That
hard
makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
You have a Gandalf problem, right? I mean, Moraine has this capability. If you don't sort of show a way of getting that off the board, then it sort of prevents you from having a lot of opportunity.
Why does Moraine have a Gandalf problem?
Because
Are we saying that
she-
Moraine
she
can't
is
be killed? Is that
Gandalf.
what we're trying to say?
I think it'll pull a Moria where she gets taken down into some pit and then give her the big reveal and we're gonna have Moiraine the White appear in Fangorn Forest. I mean, is that what we're gonna do here?
No, it's going to be Moraine the Brown. They're going to put her in blackface. That way she's more
Oh,
powerful.
I like it. Oh shit, yeah. It'll be a trans black woman. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Perfect.
Like I don't.
And Maureen the dick.
I just don't understand why Moraine has not been shown as like this all powerful being. Like she's just the fucking Aes Sedai.
I mean, she's
Not even
basically a
Cameron.
dipshit at this point. Like,
It-
people don't talk
basically
enough
what?
about the fact that if Moraine doesn't exist, basically the Dark One never gets free. Like, if Moraine doesn't bring Rand to the Eye of the World, issue
Everything's
seal
better.
doesn't break. Like,
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. If Moraine keeps her nose out of it, everything's good. Right? Everything's good. Moraine. It's all Moraine's fault because for putting her nose where it don't belong.
Opportunity as a writer, and I thought this was a terrific way of doing it. And Robert Jordan did it himself later on in a different way. This was good. Bring it forward. Again, it's establishing
needs
everything
story?
is a threat and nothing is
Who
for
needs
sure. It's all
character
idiot.
development?
and that's a good thing.
It also
look, you dumb motherfucker. When
Thank
you
you.
talk about the hero's journey, there is a point where the main character needs to depart from the mentor. That's why Gandalf falls in Moria. That's why Obi-Wan Kenobi dies on the Death Star, because the main character needs to operate on his own. When
Yes.
Moraine dies, Rand is ready to handle things on his own. If first of all, you didn't get rid of her. She's still there, still messing around, still leading him around by the nose. So you didn't accomplish that aspect of setting Rand free and letting him do his thing. But you also didn't kill the character. Like, you just completely failed to accept one of the primary steps of telling a story because you like the fucking actress, you fucking moron.
In all the shit that you cut because you didn't want to focus on a white male character or a boy or the three Taverin, All of the shit that you especially cut for Rand, where he goes through self-doubt, where he's on the road with Matt, learning to be self-sufficient, learning to be wily. All of the steps, just like Alex said, these are part of the hero's journey that Robert Jordan did, and it's why this character is built. And every step of the way, and Steve has said this too, that Rand needed to become a leader of men. Rand needed to go off and find the horn. All of this stuff that was changed for this fucking show. No character was built to have a hero's journey. There is no fucking story. Okay, this is why I get so fucking angry listening to this clown show.
We're talking about look. We're talking about streamlining storylines. Well, you know what a good way to streamline a storyline is? Maybe keep the three boys together and have one storyline which actually exists instead of splitting them apart and having three separate ones where they accomplish jack shit. So instead of, season 2 should have been about Rand, like you said, becoming a leader, learning, people learning to respect him growing as a man, as a leader, and getting confidence in himself. Instead, we split them all up. Now we have all these extra fucking storylines going on instead of all of them being together with one ultimate goal. Well,
but
two.
It's the ensemble
Matt's dagger
cast.
and the horn, right? So when you talk about streamlining, what are you talking about? It was streamlined. You just ripped it apart.
Yeah. And I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. If you needed to cut a character that has some screen time, Moraine was the character.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was it.
Yeah, the amount of stuff that could have gotten done if you remove Moraine from season 2 is staggering. The amount of stuff that could have got accomplished, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
wait, hold on. So Steve, there's literally no way to write anything that at all that have Matt end up with Rand and Perrin because season 1 after leaving, he couldn't have come with the Aes Sedai. It's unthinkable. I think that's sarcasm. But Shatterhorn for $2. If I went to con as planned, I'd be in jail still. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because you would have been like bullshit. You'd be in the back. You're so full of shit. It's coming out your eyes.
Could you imagine if all 4 of us went to this panel and just stone cold sober? Like,
oh god,
I'm not going to this sober.
No, but all 4. Okay, well, 3 of us sober and fucking Alex loaded to the gills. Could you imagine? I mean, you can't ask these questions. You can't challenge these people. I mean, you can't get up there and have an interaction with them. That's the baffling thing about this is people in your chat have said, when are we going to have our own con about Wheel of Time? To maybe talk about these things, because contrary panels to this is why was this not Wheel of Time? And then the other thing is, why was this not a good an adaptation? I think those panels would be fascinating to grab some writers and to say, this is why this is not a good an adaptation. This is why not a good television show. Instead, we got this, everybody throating that Amazon rod and not even doing a good job lying while doing it.
Conference of the Light 2027. I like that. Hell yeah, I'll be there. Let me know.
Also shows us that the Forsaken have knowledge and technology that we
fucking bitch.
They can only guess at. They don't have any knowledge.
Wait, I don't what do you where does the show say this? Where does the show what? What are you doing, Nate? Thank you very much, sir. Actually, I'm gonna play something new just for you, Nate. We were nice. Fucking around before.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, you know that's terrible.
That's terrible.
What, the gift? Well, fuck you, man.
Thanks, man. Mule is now Dragonsworn once more. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. 39 in chat. You guys are crazy. Thank you for being here. Moving on. I don't know if anybody needs to and we were going at it 2 hours. If everybody needs to take off, let me know. 41 in chat. You guys are crazy. Here we go. How many people were spying on Dusty Wheel? Is Dusty Wheel still going? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, looking at Dusty Wheel. Dusty Wheel right now is at 84.
that is what? That is depressing as fuck. That is the #1 Wheel of Time channel on the internet.
That tells you what being a shill gets you. Would you sell your soul for something like this and end up throwing away your fandom and what you love for some clout and some tote bags? This is the hell you end up in.
That is shocking. Wow. Sorry, man.
So if I wanted to super chat the Dusty Wheel, something like shitty,
eat my ass,
but that he would read it. Like, what do you think? What do you think, guys?
Don't super chat Dusty Wheel. It's not worth it.
Send him the link. Send him the link. Say, call him a fucking coward and tell him to come on this channel right now. That's what
Prophet of the Dragon says you're a pussy ass bitch. Let's go.
Yeah.
From your friends, the White Cloaks.
Yeah. You're gonna beat your ass in the parking lot.
I'll be honest. Part of his jealousy because fucking he gets to do all the Sanderson cool shit. So I'll be honest. Fucking man.
Right.
Don't do it. Leave it be. You guys are crazy.
Do it.
Jesus
Fuck 'em.
Christ. All right, moving on. Let's go.
Of how they were
Shadow Huron's already drunk, so that's not going to stop him.
Oh no! Don't, please don't. Yeah, that'd be terrible. Don't screenshot it either.
Having that on-screen example of just how ahead the Forsaken are when it comes to what they.
She has said this now 4 times.
She's the Hillary Clinton of Amazon's Wheel of Time. It's unbelievable lies.
She has a kill list.
Repeated it like 4 times.
Probably.
Moraine is kind of guessing at because it's thousands of years of
super
old prophecy.
chats.
It's like trying to,
give
decipher meaning from
super chats.
the Odyssey,
super chats on them.
And go like, oh, this is how it's supposed to happen. I mean,
I see. Articus is going nuts here.
Articus
makes what? He lost to Egwene.
Thank you.
No, it was Egwene and Perrin's super shield. What are you talking about? Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, never mind his tactical ability to fight.
Oh, damn it.
Right.
Stream extended.
Oh, come on, guys. Jesus.
Screen cap that shit. Send it to one of us on Twitter. I'll be watching.
I don't think anybody did anything, but I think it just happened to end.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
Dude, that would be hilarious. If somebody did something, he ended the stream. That would be nuts.
It's been corrupted over just the passage of time versus them who are like, we were there, we lived it. Next.
What?
So I think that was a good opportunity.
Yeah, and also like,
wow, are you full of shit?
It makes me
yeah, she didn't say anything. Like, it was literally gobbledygook. Like, we'll type in here what you were gonna type, dude. There you go. I'll read it.
Just wants a super chat.
When I'm like,
it doesn't have to be a super chat, just a regular chat. I'll read it.
Hold on. So, Templeton, are they seriously saying that shield is the Fox medallion, and that's why he was able to save Egwene?
Everybody's speculating that that's why it was able to break the weave down. Is that's going to be the Fox head medallion?
So this is another one of those things that people are giving the show too much credit. That people are like, oh, obviously it's something relevant to the show, and the real answer is going to be Rafe Judkins just writes random shit in season finales like Loyal Snap and then forgets it.
Sanderson confirmed. Wait, when did he confirm that? Was that during the stream to end all streams that I'll be revisiting on this channel again because it's the best video ever been put on the internet?
Well, he confirmed that what the bedpost and the ruby hilted dagger is the Ashwindari.
Yeah, no, right? He definitely. We all have eyes though, unfortunately, and we kept them after we didn't poke them out. But yeah.
Guy Roberts talks a little bit about Sanderson here. It's you're not gonna, or did we do that last time? I think it's towards the end. I think he saves it. But
okay, let's go. We'll keep going.
How much of this?
I legitimately don't know who saves.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
They might be screwed.
It's my favorite.
Okay, well that's a little
my
far.
God.
But,
Like, okay, I don't need. I'm so
Nah, they'll figure
they'll
it
be
out.
fine.
They'll figure it
Wheel of
out.
Time is
We'll figure
not
it
fucking
out.
Game of Thrones.
Spoilers,
I
they
don't
don't
need
win
all
the
my
last
characters
battle.
being changed
Yeah,
all the
right?
time.
Spoilers.
What
I don't
if?
want to be
Oops.
afraid that my
What about
character's
you're like,
gonna
they'll be
die.
fine, and
Fuck
they're not?
off.
I don't know.
That is all I had for like the changes that we want to talk about. I was thinking we could take some
That's
audience
it?
questions.
That's all they had to say about the changes. That's it. Fuck me.
Love it.
All right. Let's see some of these questions.
Anyone have anything they would like
I
to
don't
say
have
before we
closed
go to that?
captioning on. Hold on a second.
Oh God.
Let's rectify that.
All right. I see a hand right there.
Ooh. Where's the line? What? I didn't hear the question. All I heard is where's the line?
I think it's definitely Wheel.
What was the question, people?
The question was basically
When I read
where
the
is the
scripts,
line
even though-
between when something is an adaptation versus when it's just something completely new and not Wheel of Time anymore.
So a real question. There's actually somebody with a real question in the audience, and then I think it's definitely. Well, you've just said it's not. So, Guy, like I've liked how you've held yourself in this for the most part, but you just got done 5 minutes ago saying it's a different turning of the wheel, which from your own mouth makes it not the Wheel of Time because it's another turning. So that means they're not riding the Wheel of Time. So what the fuck are you talking about?
It's a playground. But they didn't even say it's another turning. They said it's Robert Jordan's world and it's our playground. That's what the season 2 director said. So it's not even another turning. It's just bullshit.
Yeah, the Land Fear Surviving shit is look. You guys know I'm a Sanderson lover, but that one I will fight him. He's just flat out wrong. But yeah, moving on here. Okay.
Those things change. I feel like that is Rand, that is Perrin, that's Egwene, that's Nynaeve. I feel like the core of the character. Now, this is just my opinion. Obviously, I'm a fan.
Way to take a
strong is wrong,
but
I do. You guys have said it a few times. I 100% believe this is him kissing ass. So just like Salty said, kissing ass so he can maybe get a part in something, another one of Rafe's shows or something that Rosamund Pike is. I think you're absolutely right. I think this is just him laying it on thick and going, hey, that's why he's doing WatCon too. He needs to get in front of cameras where nobody else will go it and kiss ass to try and get some more work. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, because he's a team player.
Hey, what's up,
I mean, you can look around. Honestly, look
Foxy
around. The
Beardman
productions have been radically cut down. They're doing less of everything. Okay, and again, I'm not trying to be funny. He's a white guy in Hollywood.
Who's a midget?
Sorry, my phone
Who's a
died.
midget?
My super chat was "You're a shill, throat this oath rod. Regards, Prophet of the Dragon." Oh my! You guys should get.
I want that on a coffee cup or a T-shirt. Make it happen. Come on. I love you, Shader Herod. Thank you for doing that.
What a fucking legend!
Oh God! See, there is good.
There's
Mr. Frodo, there is some good in the world, and some things are worth fighting for.
Dude, nobody's gonna like this, but fuck Bella. Not my daughter Bella, but fuck that horse. I'm so tired of hearing about Bella.
That's right. You named your daughter after a character, and now you're like, fuck that character.
I didn't name my fucking daughter after a horse. Are you fucking crazy?
The timeline is a little suspicious, Steve.
Oh, fuck me. All right, moving on. Let's go.
The name was in memoriam.
Oh, fuck. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
I feel when I read those scripts, these are the characters from the book, just in another
Liar.
So in other words, not the characters from the book.
Fucking idiot.
And I think there's little.
Like he keep.
Dude,
Like,
go, dude,
I don't like.
you can get a job.
Like, you're
Best Buy, or, Safeway. I mean, just something to keep your soul, dude. Come on.
yeah, right.
So unironically,
I mean, can't you like invest in?
guy as one of the dwarves in the most recent,
Yeah.
not the in one of the God of War games, he'd make him fine. One of the dwarves.
Yeah, I think he'd be fine. Absolutely. Tomitsu, is it Tomitsu? He will be in God of War. He's doing this because he already has a job he's trying to get. You're probably right. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he's gonna be what's his face is I forgot his name. The gay warder guy. It's gonna be his he's gonna be his lover, his hand holder. All right, like he literally has talked himself in a circle, like he's on the wheel of time. It is the characters, but just in a different story. So it's like, oh, so what you're saying is it's the sword of truth.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Literally no other way.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Ask Sanderson about that.
There's
buddy.
no other way. Fuck off.
You can't have 100 seasons of 100 episodes.
You don't.
And
This fucking argument. I am.
3 years we've been listening to this shit. 3 years, the lies. 3 years, the story has changed.
So disingenuous.
3 fucking years. And
Fuck
every year it
Grant
somehow
Anderson.
manages to get worse. It somehow manages to get worse. And it's just then they have to make up new lies.
I'm just gonna say it.
What'd you
Fuck
say, Al?
Brandon Sanderson for creating that line, dude.
Yeah, no, that one I'm with you too. Yeah, no, that was another one I wish he would take back because everybody keeps fucking parroting it. Yeah, fucking another turning. Nobody wanted another turning, even if you're calling it another turning. If it's another turning, it's not the wheel of time. It's another turning. You might as well call it the time of wheel. It doesn't fucking matter. You're full of shit. And then this whole you need 100 seasons. No, you don't. You're just being disingenuous. You're not being truthful. We told
the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy in 9 hours. You fucking liars! Like,
agreed.
Yeah,
you can do Eye of the World in 8. Like,
yeah.
But every show that does
exactly.
this copium, whether it's The Witcher or fucking Willow or Witcher Blood Origin or Wheel of Time or Rings of Power, they all have the same excuses with different words with the same fucking result, the same outcome. All right? It's just like, okay, like, can you maybe try something else? Maybe something else because the fucking money's gone, guys. It's gone.
Well, and Andrew, you may be right to a point, but like nobody's watching it anyways. So they're still making it. So like normally I agree with that, but like they're still nobody watched season 2. We have all the data. Nobody watched it. The season 1 dropped off a cliff. Nobody ended up watching it at the end, and they're still making them. So I don't know. I don't know like how they decide which ones to keep, compared to their viewership. Who knows, right? So, we hate watch it, and we have to be the voice that's actually saying what's actually going on. Because if we don't do it, then we got people like Nablus and Dusty Wheel and all those other guys that parrot what the producers and Rafe says because they want their kickbacks. And they want their feel goods, right? So,
yeah.
But I get
and
it.
Then you end up like, go ahead.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say, and then you end up like Dusty Wheel, who only has 84 people watching him, and he's the biggest, most respected Wheel of Time channel on this platform.
Yep.
I really feel that whether it's Loyal or whatever, those are the characters that I know, or my version of the characters.
Why?
How is it loyal?
I think they have not gone over the line, and I have as much excitement reading the script or seeing an episode as I did when I would go to the bookstore and see the new book out.
You're so full
You are
of shit,
fucking
dude.
lying.
I'm biased though,
lying.
but I'm also right.
I was going to say, rightly so.
No,
No. She
incorrect.
asked the question
All right.
all of us would have asked, and then this is the answer. None of the other shitheads on this panel said anything. Only the guy Roberts.
The answer was yes. Guy Roberts. But the answer was, well, I feel like they're the characters from the book, so they are. It's like, well, why? Do they act like any of the characters in the book? No.
Mhm.
Do they
High
do any of the
truth.
things?
High
Do they
truth.
speak like it? Are any of their characteristics like they are in the books? Are they doing the things that they do in the books? No. So why is a character like Loyal, like you used, why does he make you think of Loyal in the books? Since he does
It's got to be all
nothing,
the stuff about the
nothing
aesthetic.
Loyal like.
It's got to be when he guided him through the ways. It's got to be all those important things that were built season after season, all this character development and layering of Robert Jordan's world for Guy Roberts to say that. It sure as fuck isn't because he's scared of not getting a job because nobody's hiring in Hollywood right now. Can't be that.
because we didn't take Loyal's job and give it to Moraine, right? No.
Never mind the fact that the whole motivation for Loyal going with Rand on this journey was twofold. One, because he is now I'm getting stream brain. He has to follow him because he's Rand is the show has 5 of them, but there's only 3.
Oh, Taviran? Yeah,
Taviran. Thank you. Good fucking So he's Taviran, but also Loyal wanted to write a book.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are the 2 reasons that he follows them. Nothing, nope. Not a damn bit.
Nothing about his age. And Nathan, you're right. Nothing about his age. Nothing about getting away from his mother. Nothing about being the youngest to ever leave. I mean, none of his backstory is developed at all. Nothing. And that's just one character.
Gadfly pointing out that this guy destroyed his book notes because they were useless. Yep. I have tried to pick up the Eye of the World comic from my local Books A Million 4 times, and it's always sold out. I want to support that over the show. I'm going to read it with my kids. Ooh, nice.
You can get it on Amazon. Chuck Dixon did a full novelization. They reissued them. They're very affordable in multiple books. And we've all got them. Go and get it. I mean, I'm not trying to give Amazon money, but it's the easiest way. Or have your local comic book shop order it in for you. I think it's $15, $16. Beautifully illustrated by Chuck Dixon. Meticulous details given specifically to Chuck Dixon by Robert.
Take a look at if you don't want to order through Amazon, take a look at thriftbooks.com or Books, and there are going to be other places to find it.
Yep. Or eBay. Although you might get ripped off on eBay. It should be about $20.
All right, moving on. What time we at here?
So some of the discourse this past season was talking about my needs and how they weren't as powerful as they come across in the Great Hunt. I'm wondering if you can talk about some of the reasons that Nynaeve and Rand didn't less screen time and haven't come into their own power.
Wow. Good questions.
To some degree, at least to my mind, if I was in that writer's room, and look, nobody's ever asked me anything about it.
For good reason.
You have to have a pacing here, right? You can't sort of introduce.
So Egwene can just become Super Saiyan, but Rand, the guy who should, can't.
Yep. And Nynaeve too.
Nynaeve, who is supposed and Nynaeve as well. Nynaeve, who fucking is brilliant on her own accord, learning, her. Well, they fucked up her whole motivation. Her whole motivation at first was to get fucked by land, and then that happened. Now who knows what Nynaeve's all about? Nothing, right? They've screwed the pooch with Nynaeve. That's the problem with Nynaeve. They don't know what to do with her. She can't heal. She's got this they've had the whole situation with Nynaeve is just fucking fried. But
so John Thomas, the question was Nynaeve and Rand felt very nerfed. Can you talk about that?
Dragon Out does have a YouTube channel. It's what is it, Tom Maryland or whatever, that one guy that's terrible. That guy's it's hard. Oh boy, they took my Magic She-Hulk from me. Fuck this show.
Do you ever get the impression that Atlanta is to be stepped on?
I think, John Thomas,
Again,
that's a
it's
fair.
all problem.
I think it's a fair statement because Nynaeve didn't trust Moiraine, and still, even though she was only a couple of years older than everyone else in Emmonsfield, she wanted to look up after them because she was used to bossing them around because she was king shit in Emmonsfield. At least that's the way I interpreted it from the Eye of the World. And then she just got a hard on for.
She fucking hated Moiraine through half the
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
She
She
mother
still
character.
blamed. Yeah, she still blamed Moiraine even after she went through the gate. As far as I can remember,
Yep.
she thinks about it and she's like, "Well, she sort of was, but it's still her fault." But it always came back to Moiraine was the person that came and uprooted her boys out of the Two Rivers and fucked over their lives. And, and you know what? And she I feel, and this could just be me, but I feel like there was somewhere in where that she was upset that she went through the door because she didn't get to give her own fucking whooping to teach her a lesson. I don't remember if that's actually in the books, but
and the other thing too is she held a major grudge against Moiraine for having Lan and not having Lan be with her.
Yep.
One of my favorite, this is just Robert Jordan writing women really well. Like Nynaeve hated Moiraine because Nynaeve made an incorrect assumption about Moraine's motivations. Once it's been proven that Moraine's motivations were actually genuine, a rational person would have let this go.
Exactly.
But not Nynaeve.
Yeah, Robert Jordan writes women really well. I agree entirely. I agree. It's true. I mean, but you get rid of what makes Nynaeve. You got again. How many fucking times you stole the names from the book and turned them into something they're not, based upon the gender and identity race of who you cast, and all of the women have to be stunning and brave, and all the boys are stupid and nerfed.
The best answer we get is they're the characters because they feel like it. But all right, so and we're back to a Gandalf problem,
as it were, in season 2 of this many seasons. Clown. So we're going to have to pace those kind of things out a little bit just on a initial look at it, right? You have to know that's what you're going to have to do, and I think
so. We're pacing it out. Rand can't by the end of season 2. Rand can't fucking sword fight. We don't know what the fuck he actually is doing when channeling, or if he knows what the fuck he's doing at all. Nynaeve is still blocked and can't even heal a simple wound, and has pushed a fucking arrow through somebody's leg when she's supposed to be an expert healer using herbs and shit. So that's where our two most powerful characters are. Rand is lost and can't sword fight, and Nynaeve is blocked and can't do anything.
Yep.
But we're stretching it out, fellas. But Egwene can fight Ishmael.
Yeah. Also, I thought we were streamlining. Now we're stretching it out.
Yeah. What happened to streamlining? Yeah. What happened? Yeah. True. Moving on.
What they're doing in setting up characters beyond, I think I got to say this, beyond their power capabilities. These are characters. They're human beings, and that's the reason we care for them. We don't care for them because that one can do this cool fireball thing. We care about them because we love that character. Oh, and also there's a fireball thing, right? And they're trying, I think, I'm not there. They're trying to sort of set that up as the way this works.
What does that mean?
But these are the same people they're going to have at the next con, at the big con in Atlanta, or wherever the hell the next big one is, right? These are getting the same bullshit answers at that con that they're giving here. This just blows my mind.
He didn't say anything. He said, "Oh, we like Rand because he's Rand, not because he can channel." What?
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about? That makes no sense.
Andrew Lund.
I think you can make the argument, we don't like them because of cool things. We like them because of their personality and the decisions they make. The problem is they don't make any of the same decisions, and none of their personalities are the same. So,
correct.
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Andrew Lund says they solve. Oh shit! It jumped on me. Yeah, I'll let you take it.
They solved a lot of the pacing problems by following. They solve a lot of the pacing problems by following the bare bones of the story as written. Yeah, of course. And it would be, guess what? Streamlined. Oh my god! Right? I mean, give me a break. They're just talking.
Agreed.
They have no idea what they're talking about.
Because that's how you get a loyal following. Is we fall in love with the characters.
Why are we falling? But why are we
How?
falling? What is there about Rand and Nynaeve that we're falling in love with? What? They don't do
Some
anything
loyal
good.
following.
It's like,
Where did
fucking-
all
oh,
those people go who loved this show? Because they're not there at all.
I mean,
Like, that's not a
we-
qualitative statement; it's a quantitative proven statement.
It's like, what is there to love about Rand? He's a murderer. He fucking all he does is shack up with an older woman because he needs to pay rent. He's working in an insane asylum for reasons, and then he kneels before people for the rest of the show. Man, I really love that fucking character. Nynaeve, on the other hand, she goes into a Terran Grawl, doorway. She doesn't make any decisions. She comes out and explodes her baby as she's going through the gate, and it explodes in her hands, and she's got blood all over her. And then she can't channel anymore, yet she's accepted. And then she forgets how to do simple field medicine, and she's useless at the end. Wow. Riveting. Like, Jesus.
Forsaken says, what is there to like about Loyal in the show? Well, trans representation. If you like drag queens that look like Tina Turner.
Pomeranian dog.
Most
That's
people
true.
who are given them a chance at all are falling in love with these
Pomeranian.
characters. And much of that, of course, is a
How?
testament to the acting as well.
You're so full of
Fucking
shit.
Such a
lying
great cast.
piece
I
of
mean, nobody in the
shit.
Full of
cast
shit.
has blown it. I mean, I don't think. They're all like, God dang it. Well done. Like,
Yeah,
well
No,
done.
they're
Well done.
not.
Well done.
No,
They're
you're
amazing.
so full of shit.
Yeah.
Full
I mean, I
of-
They're
think
all like, God
also,
dang it. I
you
agree with
correct me if I'm
that.
incorrect about this, but when Robert Jordan was writing the series, he thought it was going to be much shorter than it ended up being.
And?
Correct? Yes.
Who cares?
So I think
And
we see a lot over the course of the series that he accelerates their power and character development.
It's
and then
not a
naturally
series,
realizing
it's-
that it's going to be a lot longer than he thought has to make them backslide a little bit. And we see that happen a few times over the course of the series.
when? What is she talking about?
Okay.
We
so
see.
if you
When do
wanted
we
to-
see Rand plateau?
If
This
you
is a
wanted
false
to make the
equivalency.
argument that you see Rand backslide from the end of The Dragon Reborn to the beginning of The Shadow Rising, I will accept that.
Maybe.
I
a little.
don't think it applies to anybody else. And even if I'm willing to accept that answer, even if we start Rand with where he starts at the beginning of The Shadow Rising, that looks nothing like Rand at the end of season 2. But actually,
No.
in fairness, Rand in season 8 or episode 8 of season 2 doesn't look anything like Rand of episode 7 of season 2. So
Fair.
I don't know what to do with that information either.
Well, he hasn't been sword trained. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't developed as a leader of men and have his confidence built, which was the whole reason Moiraine sent him out to look for the horn, because they gave that to Perrin so that Perrin could then go meet Avendia, so that Avendia could then show that Rand is in the show. I mean, that's the argument that this bitch has put forward through this panel.
When does Rand backslide? You mean the 10 different weaves at the same time, using interdimensional portals as saw blades to cleave through Trollocs, the millions of other, he's not backsliding. He's basically struggling against himself because he's got a madman in his brain. Like,
Yeah.
it's called fucking, he doesn't backslide. He's fighting for his life.
Yeah, sanity.
In the whole time powering up. Like, it's like when Blossoms of Fire is found in that one scene. That's LTT doing that. And then Loghain's like, ooh, that's nifty. And fucking all of a sudden, Blossoms of Fire is the weave everybody fucking knows. Right? It's like, oh yeah, no, he's not leveling up. He's fucking nothing. So, all right.
In a couple different arcs. Oh, thank you. I got a ribbon. It says it might turn out to be a trilogy. Yes. My point exactly. Thank you, Michael. He thought it would be 3 books. We have the foresight and advantage of knowing that it's actually what, 14 books? Jesus
What? I don't
Christ.
understand your point.
So
I knew you were going to say that. And so we have
She's saying
you did that
that
just for me.
because
I knew that. I felt that. I really
the
did.
incorrect assumption that if you say that because Robert Jordan thought it was going to be a trilogy at first, he had to adjust his powers, which we, at best are highly skeptical of the claim and at worst disagree with outright. That's a justification for the show fucking with everything.
I just think she's lying. I just think she's lying, and this is copium. I mean,
like it's obvious cope, but that's the argument.
I get where you're coming from, but at the same point, she's not presenting. We can't have an honest discourse with somebody like this because they're not coming at it honestly. It's just circles, like Steve said.
Yeah.
And she is clueless.
Yeah, she's just talking in circles. They're actually all talking in circles, all of them. They'll say one thing and then they'll talk themselves in a circle and be like, well, it is the wheel of time to me because it's the wheel of time. It's like, well, that you just said nothing. You didn't say anything. What are you talking about? So
you're right for speaking.
Let me know when you got that
defining
thing,
the word
Nate.
with the word itself. Oh, I've got it now.
Okay,
you want to
beat Andrew?
Okay.
She's being defensive. That's exactly what it is. She's like a deer in the headlights. That's why her trunk is frozen while she's saying this. There's no openness of like, this is why, like I'm educating.
Oh wait, you already did it. Sorry. Exclusive first look. Rand spending the first 4 episodes of season 3 as a gay part in tear.
More Robert Jordan than Rafe Judkins did.
This is courtesy of Mule in chat.
Cheers to Mule.
Oh,
that's a good looking Rand. Too bad of where his location is, but I like the way.
There's more. Are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm
ready.
one.
I think. Oh my god, Matt does do a lot in season 3, but his recast again this time by a strong indigenous woman. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, the problem is this is all too plausible.
You got to snort at me on that one. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, are you ready?
There's another one? Okay.
All right. There's one more because we're missing one guy, right?
Pern, yeah. Exclusive first look. Perrin upgrades his magical shield during a sighting 2 partner at the amusement park of Carrion. What the fuck?
I don't get it. I love it.
Well, no, we need to have him handing like a pink poodle to the guy at the carnival because he won this big shield instead of the pink poodle for popping balloons at the circus. See, I got it.
But the great thing is Mule is right because this is just another turning of the wheel.
Yes,
right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That looks like Perrin to me, so therefore it is Perrin, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
The funny thing is, I would take this shield over what Rafe Judkins gave us. This is more Wheel of Time. This is more Robert.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm with you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's great. Mule,
Yeah.
Mule, you're the man. Keep
Mule
coming.
is a beast.
Yeah.
All right.
Trip says
Let's
no.
try and get through this.
Life.
I'm special. No. So he's going to be a trilogy. So he accelerated their power abilities in book 2 because he thought that was the penultimate book.
No.
Versus we know that season 2 is not.
What does that have to do with what Rafe Judkins has done to this show? This has nothing to do with what you.
So we've got to have them, and it's the obstacle season. So we have to show them having obstacles. We have to give Nynaeve's block weight and show the consequences of not being able to act when you're needed. We have to show Rand.
Yeah, wait, because we never did that in the books. She never froze because of her block in the books, right? Never happened.
Is that what the shit water was about when she drank that bucket of shit water? Is that building dramatic tension?
They're just making things up.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Goes from 0 to nuclear weapon. That does not.
Rand goes from 0 to nuclear weapon.
As opposed to Egwene who makes a shockwave that rocks a city.
Exactly.
And takes on Ishmael. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'm of the opinion that outside of Rand shooting the fireballs in at Turok, like Mario Brothers, I think the altar boys outside of the city showed more magical ability with the smoke and the ability to retain the smoke outside of the city than Rand shows.
That was one hell of a cloud, right?
Yep.
was one
That's
hell
why
of a
you're
cloud.
right. This is copium. This is like taking the detailed notes of what Tolkien did and then saying everything is valid, even though the final product is valid. Although, I mean, I don't think that woman who's speaking knows any of what you just said in this chat. I mean, in your comment. And these are the people that are out there trying. I mean, this isn't even defending the show, because it's not defending the show. It is lying to the audience about what the show is. It's not defending. It's just lying.
Talking in circles and lying and making up shit. That's it. Just making up shit.
That makes us very confident that he's going to be able to defeat these Forsaken easy peasy lemon squeezy. We don't want to feel that way as an audience.
So Rand defeating all the Forsaken was just cakewalk.
Yeah, either world, piece of cake.
We never want to feel like we know how this is gonna go and that it's all going to be fine.
Actually, no, I'd be just fine knowing exactly where it's going to go.
I would love it. That's what sucked about Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. That's what sucked about Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. I fucking hated knowing how the movies were going to go. It just ruined my entire cinematic experience.
Yeah. What the fuck is she talking about? Book 2 didn't advance the powers all that much. It really didn't.
It didn't.
Just sure guts and luck. Oh, what's the super sticker? Number 1 fan super sticker, Shatterhorn. Thank you, sir, for $10. Thanks, buddy. Trip coming in hot. What the fuck is this dumb cunt talking about? I'll say it. You're daring me. I don't know. She's just fucking talking in circles. She says nothing.
This is a bad Bumble first date. This is a very bad Bumble first date.
Yeah.
Going to be fine. There's no reason to keep watching. So we have to have them a little bit on the back foot.
No, you
and show them learning and growing.
There is no we.
They all like.
There is no we. You are not writing this show. You are an insignificant, room temperature IQ podcaster. You are not part of this show, okay? And with every word that comes out of your fucking dumb mouth, you prove to all of us that our criticism over the last 3 years of this show, of the writing, of the motivations for this show, were entirely accurate. All right, if this is the best that you can do to say this is why everything's great, you have utterly failed. I mean, somebody better give her better notes.
Well, I don't like. Where's this power? No, you're good, man. Like, where's this power creep she's talking about? Because he does balefire in the stone, or he does lightning in the stone. Like, where is this? He's not in Most of Dragon the Reborn. By the end of the Great Hunt, he's. Well, yeah. Look, no, I'm not. Look, he has a huge advantage. He has a guy in his head giving him a cheat sheet.
But he earned it. The fact that all of this was prophecy, and the reason why he went there was to prove that he wasn't the goddamn dragon, but you wouldn't know this because this fucking show doesn't give a shit about Rand al'Thor.
Yeah. Also, man, I don't know about you guys. Does anybody else feel like Rand was really in control in the Great Hunt? Like, just really, really settled, comfortable, living his best life. The excuse, we need him on the back foot. How about if instead of the back foot, we have him in like a desperate sprint trying to catch up?
It's like the fact his power level is one of the is low on the list of reasons why I like Rand. Yes, it's cool that he's powerful, but that just how he handles himself, the things he does, his actions. That's why I like Rand, not because he's a pussy sitting on his ass. That can cast fireballs and kill an unarmed a guy that's 15 feet away from with a sword. We used to say, don't gatekeep. Everyone should be able to enjoy something no matter their background. The problem with that is they take advantage of that and take it over and ruin it for everyone else. And that's exactly what's happening with all this shit. Is we wanted to share our great stuff with other people. They infiltrated and they took it over, and now we have a table full of fucking morons that haven't even haven't even finished said thing, and are trying to be the source of information on it.
Well, and it can happen in a slow burn, or it can happen super fast. I mean, look at what's happened to Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
In just a fucking month.
Yeah. Look at D&D, completely destroyed from what I remember playing in the 80s when I was playing first edition and then went to second edition because I'm that old. It's just fucking destroyed. The Witcher. I don't care what anybody says. They're great books, and no, they have absolutely nothing fucking to do with, oh shit, what's that false equivalency? What is it? The elf guy, L somebody, should have got stream brain. Go read the Witcher series. It's a great group of books. Okay, don't pay attention to what they did on Netflix. It has nothing to do with that. But look what they did to Willow. These properties, just like Star Wars and Star Trek, are wardrobes.
Yeah, Willow. Yeah, Willow is nuts. All right.
Where to go, the scene guys. Similar concept in television.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfectly said.
No,
Thank you
not-
so much for that,
stop.
guy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That guy's embarrassed.
Oh,
Did you
okay.
see him put his hand on his face? Like, I
let's
can't
see
believe that bitch just said that.
Tiara.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The tiara in the front row right here.
Oh, fuck off.
God. Someone get a fire extinguisher.
Changes that need to be made because of external reasons? What the fuck does that
Well, first of all, Donal is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
And
mean? You don't have to kiss
he's an
everybody's ass.
incredible man. I'll tell you, when we were filming the horn scene, you know,
Well, I
the
don't want to hear about the horn
tears-
scene. It's
Yeah.
all emotional manipulation.
Sorry,
Do you see
go ahead.
this? This is emotional manipulation right now, not answering the question. Thank you guys for being here tonight. We have 34 people in chat. Thank you for hanging out and watching all of us react to this, and thank you for your comments and making us laugh. What do you think is the most egregious thing about this, Nathan, so far? I mean, for you and your stoic, I have the best beard on YouTube perspective.
I got another one from Yule.
Ishmael allowed Egwene to beat him so we could get back to his one true love.
I love
Yes.
it. The Dark One's own Subaru.
That is genius, Mule. That is absolute genius. Well done.
I'm gonna leave that
Oh.
up here for Steve, so when he gets back, you can see
Yeah.
the funniness of it. The most egregious thing about this, is the fact that it has fucking existed. That's the most egregious thing. This.
You win again, Mule Sarah.
Oh boy, he is the best Subaru salesman out there, though. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mule is
Club
a
that
fucking
baby
boss.
seal
with
to
this
get a
stuff.
better deal.
Chad.
Club that baby seal to get a better deal. All right. Woo. All right, moving on. Here we go. Sorry about that.
The actor preparation he was doing, it was extraordinary because he understood
I'm gonna
how
two-time
important
feed
that
this
moment
part. This is
Yeah,
Matt,
please
and
do.
I think we're incredibly lucky to have him. This happens for all kinds of various reasons. Sometimes an actor is just not available because maybe they weren't signed to an exclusive contract and they had to take another job, which is what happened with Umar when he got the lead in Willow. So things happen, and you roll with it, and the wheel weaves and takes care of things, and it all works out in the end.
Yeah, that was. I mean, whatever else was happening, I can't imagine the challenge of that from a writer's position.
Fuck off.
We have one plan. No, we don't. We don't. We have to, and midstream to try and.
You didn't have a
make something
plan.
look
They
right,
didn't have
to
a
resolve
plan
things
for
right.
Matt.
I mean, the same thing with COVID, right? Having to shoot through those conditions, which were not planned, and we have a plan.
the
We have to
made
now
up
on the fly.
bullshit that killed people.
It's suboptimal.
Getting forced
It's
injections.
not the ideal that anybody
was
wanted,
great.
but you do the best you can. And given the conditions, they did the best they could. And it's, I think, really amazing. And again, as you're saying, You go from like, well,
no, it's not amazing.
Why did they know? You're like, oh, nice. So I mean, at least for me, I'm always watching like, nice. I see what you did there. Like, there was your problem. Nice solution. Like, it's kind of
shit solution.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think.
So real quick, we have all here, all of us probably at one point or another, have spoken about a way to course correct Matt, even if these problems were genuine and they had to leave him where he was. We have all talked about the way to course correct Matt and get him right back where he needs to be. The simplest one is just, he goes with Suwan. Right? Yeah. You just, he's with Suwan and he ends up where Suwan goes, which happens to be where Rand and Perrin are, and you're right back on track. Right? You don't have to do that much thinking. All you got to do is get Matt cured, since he's cured, back to where Rand's at. That's it. And then all the problems you've had, you can get over him being a coward and abandoning them. You can say
they
you
threw
can make
that away.
excuses everywhere,
but they threw that away. Remember who healed him? It wasn't the 13 Aes Sedai. I forget how many it was in the tower, and what a struggle it was to get the Shader Loga daggers influence away from him. Instead, it was just Moiraine who turned on her Aes Sedai Hoover and hoovered the dark evil spirit out of him when he was laying in a bed.
Good night, Gadfly. Yeah, well, that and it didn't work. Apparently, I guess.
And they doubled down on this cowardice when he's sitting there looking at Egwene crying in the courtyard, and he just turns around and walks back to his jail cell.
Yep. He could travel with Leandra through the ways. You just got to get him back, and that's it. And so, not nice.
And they understand the emotional beats of each character's storyline, and
they don't.
Most important is what emotional beats these people need hit. Matt Coffin's journey largely revolves around that saying over and over again, "I'm no hero," right? So they presented him in a situation where we see why he would feel that
He's
way.
A fucking
and then as they continue on
coward.
the journey, they know the important emotional beats he needs to hit, and those important scenes that he needs to have. As long as they're paying attention to what he needs to be doing emotionally, they will find their way back to that track. And I think that they.
But you don't.
How?
You don't do that.
They are how.
There's an archetype, a Campbellian Jungian archetype that Rand fits. And they deliberately destroyed it because Rand is the trickster. Rand is a rogue. Instead, they turn it into a degenerate.
Matt.
His father's a degenerate. His mother's a degenerate. They wrecked Rand because they cannot show what these SJWs and what these corporations fear, which is a wily think on your feet, fuck you kind of a young man. They do not want to show that on the television show. So they had to make him evil. That's why they did it.
And their premise for every single one of these characters isn't to tell a story and to show their characters build. The only thing that they want to do is have an emotional journey of some sort. And it doesn't even have to have a beginning point and an end point of growth. They just want to show the emotion. And it's like, but emotions are such fleeting bullshit things. So why are we sitting there focusing on this so fucking hard? Because it's garbage. Because it's all episodic. It's a comic strip piled within episodes, so that on this scene Matt has this, and then on this scene Matt has this, even though it doesn't match over to this that we just saw 10 fucking minutes ago.
Yes,
it is infuriating to sit there and see characters treated this way.
It's just a jumble of Scooby-Doo storylines. Let's divide everybody up, like they said, and then but Rand is in every scene because Rand's buddy is with this chick that Rand should be with, so Rand is there. All of this copium and all of these lies, and at the end of the day, you can sit there and jerk the fuck off with this as much as you want, but look at the viewership numbers. Look at how much of the audience left season 1. You started season 2 even lower than the lowest point of episode 1, and everybody left after that. You lost another 50-60%. There's no one left to watch the show. So sit in your empty fucking auditorium and jack off lying all you want because nobody's watching and nobody cares. You four are assholes on this panel. I'm sorry. This is bullshit.
Nothing is more core to Matt's character than abandoning his friends when they're down. Oh, yeah. 100%. Not my wheel of time, not anybody's wheel of time. Yanan, good to see you. Sorry, what were you saying?
My question is, what's the over-under on the attendance of this little auditorium right here where they're having this panel? Is it more or less than a Biden rally?
Gotta be close.
It's gotta be.
Parsing
Just pan out. Just pan out.
Cameron, good to see you, buddy. Have you guys heard Michael Livingston interview with Dusty Wheel? He was actually critical of the battle scenes. He was more candid away from this panel. I'm not surprised. I don't watch Dusty Wheel because I don't want my head to explode. So it's it's good he's more honest somewhere, but yeah, the battles are terrible. So they're terrible. So was that what was on Dusty Wheel tonight? Ugh. All right, moving on. We got to get through this. I'm gonna get her going.
I think paying attention to those emotional beats and building those out makes it so that they can get their way back and make us feel like they've earned their way back. If that makes sense.
No,
earned.
Doesn't make any sense.
Earned.
Yes.
Feel. Fuck off.
Some of the changes to the story, the adaptation, trying to take away opportunities from some of the characters. For example, with Rams finale, not Rams finale, just for example. And some of the reasons you love the characters is because of the experiences they go through that make them who they are. So if you take away some of those experiences, we just
I love this woman.
That experience that helps them who they are, or they got who they are before in the adaptation character who they were in the books because they don't have those experiences. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I want to rephrase
She
the question
watches my channel.
for the audience listening. I don't really know how to describe that as a question.
Oh Jesus!
I think it's maybe surrounding what we lose in terms of character development by taking certain moments and giving them to other characters. Does that feel accurate?
We're not doing them at all.
Okay. I think similarly.
Why is
it's
she
about
talking? So they're all deferring to her because they have nothing to fucking say. They want to hear what she has to say so they can parrot off what she says.
Well, because the real answer is everything. That's what you lose is everything. And she's going to just continue to sit there and go corporate speak word salad bullshit.
Bingo. Synergy, story
They get a
beats,
good question.
Streamlining.
So Shatter Haran. She asked, what do you gain and lose when you take character moments away from one and give them to another?
Yeah, and how do you reconcile that with what Amazon put on the screen, Shader?
Oh, it's from an interview at this con? Because Dusty Wheel wasn't at this con, so
yes, no, I don't think it was with Dusty Wheel. I think it was Michael Livingston talking to who's he talking to? I think it was one of the people from the Dusty Wheel. It wasn't the Dusty Wheel himself.
Oh, okay. All right. No, haven't seen it, but yeah, but that's a good point. They get a good question, can't answer it, and then they defer to the talking head who just talks in circles. So this will be good.
Neither one of those guys stepped up.
No, neither of them wanted to touch it. So
they understand the trajectory of these characters and where they need to go.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You're so full of shit. It's coming out your eyes.
No.
Well, the decisions were talked about, I think, very much at length. I mean, if I recall correctly from an interview with Rafe, he has Sarah do a basically report on what, if they make a change, how that will impact every plot line going forward.
Oh, really? This is why I got so angry. And I'm just out of anger now because I know I'm looking at a sociopath. I'm looking at somebody who, in my opinion, is a sociopath who is lying. And I don't know how much they're paying this person. How much are you getting paid, sweetie, to say this?
Well,
how many listens are you getting to your podcast?
We've heard this though. Like, this isn't new information. It's just the fact that it's a lie that they're not doing it, or that they just don't care that they're doing it. If she was going down and saying, "Okay, this is what's going to happen if you have Perrin murder Jeffrey Bornhold," and then the dominoes that fall because of that, and it's unrecoverable. And you're telling me that nice pop. You're telling me you went down the repercussions of that long term? No, you didn't. You're so foolish. And then you still did it? No.
Look at her hand on her face. She's being incredibly defensive. Look at the body language on the dipshit with the mustache. Arms are crossed. Look at Fat Boy over there. He's just wondering how his blood sugar's doing and when he can get pounded again. I mean, nobody is really taking what's being said here seriously.
So who are these people, and why do they have a voice in the? So this is, I don't know. This is Mojo Jojo. This is the guy that wrote the fucking the Wheel of Time book. One of the Wheel of Time books. What was the one he wrote?
The Robert Jordan's The World of the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, so he wrote a Robert Jordan book. This is a chick that hasn't finished the series and has a podcast that she doesn't fucking really do. And this is Guy Roberts, the guy that plays Guy O'Kane.
Yeah. Left to right.
Or Uno.
Guy O'Kane, okay? Guy O'Kane, okay? This show isn't Wheel of Time, so why the fuck are they at JordanCon? Well, they didn't talk about Robert Jordan at all at JordanCon, so, you know, it's par for the course. JordanCon.
They don't want to remind
the audience, the audience questions have been more about Jordan than anything else
absolutely.
that whole weekend.
The questions have actually all been pretty good. For the most part,
I'm blown away. I'm blown away by these people asking these things. They're important questions.
Trip says, "I'm not joking. This con is all about female power, so they wouldn't dare not defer to her." And
look at the next one. Yeah,
don't think she's lying. She sincerely believes this, and I think it's coming out as a lie, but I think she believes it. She is the face of modern feminism. Well, good luck, feminism.
She is.
I guess.
Oh,
all right. Let's
qualifies as a lie to me.
Sorry, go ahead.
Because it's not.
Sorry, go ahead, Nate. That is a terrible face. I've had some good pauses throughout. So yeah. All right, we're almost there. Thanks for hanging in.
All that before they make that decision. So I think that they're keeping in mind what those important integral emotional growth moments are, whether they'll be
like, I don't know, getting Kalendor, I don't know, if Sky Battle, I don't know, Ingtar dying and all those things, Matt fighting Gowan and Galad, Perrin,
Steve,
Steve, sorry.
Streamlined.
It is definitely
it's getting all the emotional beats.
Sorry, another turning of the wheel, right? Streamlined.
Yeah.
Streamlined.
Yes,
okay.
Robert Jordan meant this to be only 3 books.
Fire dancing on the beach.
Sorry, my bad.
Well, imagine not having Rosamund Pike in every episode. I mean, all the same bullshit over and over and over and over.
Yeah, I forgot Leander needed to have the most lines. My bad. I totally forgot. Okay, moving on.
Exactly the same, or whether they feel like they need to do them later so that we have a longer arc for certain
things.
But
I thought. Never mind.
They probably have thought about a lot. But
yeah, the main characters need a longer arc because whatever. Moving on.
I think in terms of making sure that they end up being the person that they are, they're definitely making sure that that's a priority.
No, they're not.
That's how. How are they
different to you than Egwene is to me?
Listen, going to be different than you.
My
We're all going to
truth.
respond to these characters in
My
individual ways.
truth.
They are
And so I
not.
think we have to have a little grace about when you're trying to do something, accomplishing something
No,
big to
no,
reach a
we
wide
don't,
audience,
Guy.
because
No, we
everyone on the show
don't.
loves Wheel of Time and they want the world to love Wheel of Time. Just there's sometimes changes have to be made in support of the ensemble
No.
and in support of building characters.
Oh.
So
But you're destroying all. Like, that's the thing. You're not making anybody look good. They're all bad. The girls, the fucking Ogier, the fucking the Dark Friend, they're all terrible. You're not helping any of them. So these changes you're making to reach a wider audience for some fucking reason, it's making everything worse.
There's no story.
So everybody's opinions of Moraine in the book can vary, right? Most people fall solidly on Maureen's a fucking bitch. But you see character growth with Nynaeve, you can't deny their character arcs and who they are as individuals in the books. And when you
Which
sit
are based
there and,
on actions.
Right.
Yes.
But when you sit there and take people's opinions and say that that's what forms the character and not what actually happens in the books, you've lost the plot. And so to sit there and say that my opinion of this is this, and that's how we need to present this in the fucking show, is off base 100%.
They're not doing the actions, which means they're not being the characters, which means they're not having the arcs of those characters or acting in ways or in the places where those characters should be. Rand not leading the hunt for the horn. Matt not doing what Matt needs to do, not coming from the family to the Perrin, suddenly having a wife and suddenly having anger issues in this way, not meeting Elias until later. Egwene, Nynaeve, Rand not running into Elaine. Those things are not opinions. Those built the characters that we then formed relationships with individually based upon all of those actions, which led to character development, which are fact and part of the plot. Omit those scenes, omit those character developments. They are no longer the fucking characters, you tiny bald fuckhead.
Here. Moving on.
Clearly, if a
I
character
think that
doesn't get
me,
the same choices, they're still the same character, Salty. I mean, you
Well, right. Yeah. Remember
Am I crazy, Alex? I mean, like, this is fucking 101.
Look, they're all the same. Remember, like, to me, that's Rand because that's how I feel. I feel like he's Rand. He doesn't do any Rand stuff, but
Thank you, Shader.
his name is Rand. So there you go. So he is.
He's got red hair.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, now he's bald because he's Clark Kent.
I love the conclusion of season 2, and
You're the why? Okay, no, you can't. You can't say you love the end of season 2 and not say why and how it's an improvement on the book. Because I don't believe you.
When you guys see season 3,
Okay.
I feel like I'm listening to my father-in-law read the book.
So wait, does that mean he's going to be in season 3? What the fuck should he know about season 3? He's going to be following around Loyal. He's going to be following. He's going to be following Perrin around instead of Hopper as Guide O'Kane. Yep. He's going to be his little pet hero of the Horn. Yes. He's going to follow Perrin around in Tar. It's oh my god!
No, he's going to follow around Perrin because he wants his shield back.
Yeah, so there is no better
want your shield back.
There is no better representation of Jordan than and the Wheel of Time than a fat dude with pink hair. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, Uno/Brigitte. Yeah, they're gonna pull him out. They're gonna take it. Wouldn't that be a shit if they steal Brigitte's moment and give it to Uno?
Of course not.
All right, yeah, we might have time for one more quick question.
Wow, he wants to get out of there.
Gus.
Oh my god, I can't believe how important that.
I mean, for me, really quickly, it was how we don't have to deal.
Wait, so what was the question? I better slow it down a sec. I couldn't even hear the question.
No, I couldn't understand it either.
All right, yeah, we might have time for one more quick question. I'll Gus.
For each of you, is there a change that made you most like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that in a positive or negative way to stand that person?
So for everybody
for
in
me,
chat,
really quickly, it was that we don't have to deal with reincarnation again and again and again. It looks like
what
that made me really personally happy.
Why? How did you come to that conclusion that we don't have to deal with reincarnation again and again? Why?
So in chat, you guys might not have heard it at home. The question was there a really big change that, despite all your positiveness, that you thought probably wasn't a very good idea? And this guy is not answering the question; he's answering something else.
Well, it's basically what changed was like, oh my god, they did that positively or negative, and this guy's response is, I'm glad we're not dealing with reincarnation anymore. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's kind of the basis of the whole fucking
what is he fucking talking about? Is he talking about Ishmael and why what happened to Ishmael makes you think that he can't be brought back? And that's a serious problem if Ishmael doesn't come back. We're once again talking about repercussions of making stupid decisions. That's another one. Morandina must be a thing. Morandina must come out of Tar, and the Dark One must reborn him.
Trip is in chat. She says, "Yeah, they made me deep throat a fucking ham." Sorry. You guys are on fire. Sorry.
So that.
Would you? Can you?
That's not how you remove an arrow from a wound.
Oh, fine. Everybody's cheering, huh? Okay.
Okay.
That won't work to hide. I loved everything except things that I was just like, you got my email, don't you? Like what are you doing?
Why do you need his fucking email to know that that's not how you fucking?
This just doesn't work in a realism kind of thing. But I understand entirely. Like I have issues. right? Like I know
No,
that, and I know
they
that
have-
99% or whatever the audience.
Go ahead.
They're the ones with the fucking issues. Are you? What? You're a fucking moron, man. Oh my!
What is he about to say? 99? Is he about to say 99% of the audience doesn't? That's wow.
Hold on, I'll finish it.
For those of us who
right. So when I'm there, like just twitching,
Wow. So 99% of the audience doesn't know that shoving an arrow with the fletching in is not right.
99% of the audience are dumb motherfuckers.
Not everybody.
Wow.
Not everybody is a young millennial or whatever the hell the Zoomer. Some of us actually know how to do shit, and I just I can't with this. The condescension by this fuck. It's unimaginable. Yes, Yanan, he did just say 90% of the audience is retarded.
99. Did he say it was 99% don't know that an arrow is not supposed to be
kind of thing? But I understand entirely. Like I have issues, right? Like I know that, and I know that 99% or whatever.
99%.
Sorry, Alpan.
Even though every single fucking one of us went ballistic when it happened. Ballistic. Go ahead, Nate. Whatever you got.
Oh no! I was going to do it after this. Let's finish this.
Oh, okay. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah.
The audience doesn't know, right? So when I'm there, like just twitching,
he literally called the audience.
Story and shut up and go away. So those are the things. I'm not trying to like spoil apart. I love the show and I watch the show religiously. I love it. But yeah, those are the things that most like.
Wow.
Everything else, I'm just, oh my god, it's incredible.
Throat it.
Yeah.
Throat it, buddy.
Did you mean oh my god positive or oh my god?
He said
positive or negative.
So I thought I'd throw out
Just rain on my parade about no reincarnation.
In terms of positive, guy coming back.
All you've been saying is positive shit. How about you fucking say something? Have some, whatever. Whatever. No integrity. Sorry.
Me. I have
speed her up.
Zero integrity.
Those are the things.
Can't even do it.
I love the show and I watch the show.
Now we're gonna kiss guys' ass.
We worked together for a summer in Prague, which was amazing. And so I know how much you love the Wheel of Time. You got me really good because I messaged him all these condolences and he played it up really hard. Like really, because he can't say anything to me, even though we know each other outside of everything. And so,
that's how you got your access.
Wonderful. That he was on the show, and I messaged him saying congrats on being on the show, and he said, I don't know what you're talking about. And
you
you laid it on so thick that I was so convinced that you were gone. And so then when he
had a big effect on me.
Right.
But I love everything with Paris and Natasha. And then when Gideon comes in at the end, I'm just like, so good.
I was so excited because I have been a Megiddian stan from the beginning. I've been a Megiddian truther from the beginning. And I have said that goth girls are hot, and yet she still doesn't do well in the Grimlock Cup, and it makes me furious. And so then she comes out in all of her glory, like I knew she would. And then somebody tweeted, and I can't remember who it was. They said, finally, people are standing Megiddian. And I'm like, finally, I've been standing here this whole time for years. I've been a truth. So I'm
What makes you like Mogideon?
How is
she's
gone?
A coward?
Well, she's
why
Nexus.
Is she gone?
That's why she likes Mogideon. I guess Mogideon dressed in black and is the spider, so I guess she thinks she wears fishnet.
Mogideon is not an analog for Robert Smith of The Cure. Okay, can we just get that out of the way? All right.
Why are you a Mogideon truther? What the fuck does that mean? Mogideon is quite possibly one of the worst Forsaken. She's the biggest coward of them all. That's for sure. She gets fucking captured by some girls that don't know their ass from their head. And then she fucking advances their cause like tenfold because she folds and gives them all the weaves that they want. Like, what? Wow, that's my favorite character. Thank God she fucking showed up as a little schoolboy in fucking overpowered Lanfear who, like, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about.
She's a girl, so I like girls. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's nothing redeeming about Mogideon. It's like saying like Grendel is my fucking spirit animal. I love fucking Grendel's the greatest. She's a fucking She doesn't fucking compose people and fucking kill people and murder them and make them melt their fucking brains. Cimmerig loves pain. Oh, I love pain. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You guys are lighting it up in chat. Andrew Lund says, "Tell me you don't understand the books without telling me you don't understand the books." Bravo.
Shatterhorn for $5. Thanks, bud. I love Wheel of Time, and without y'all, I feel alone with the rage about how bad this is. Thanks for the community. Good adaptation in 30 years. Probably. I hope sooner because I'd like to be alive.
Sock puppets and the radioactive rock. We'll nail it. I'll write the screen. It'll be great.
There was Steve. This girl hasn't read all the books. You're spoiling. I know. I know. I'm a terrible person. What can I say? It's just like these people talk about the Forsaken like they're like they have no fucking idea.
Like they're heroes.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for showing up to the wheel.
All right, that's it. I'm closing this before I fucking kill
Fuck this. Oh my goodness.
God. We made it. Oh. I don't know. Like, that's right, Cameron. I don't understand. Why is it that all the people that love the show love the Forsaken? The Forsaken are the bad guys, and they're not even, it's not even close. They're extremely bad.
Agreed.
They torture, they manipulate, they kill. Like,
Go ahead.
No, it's just like they're just overwhelmingly bad in many different ways.
And they embody in a lot of the 7 deadly sins, a lot of the worst elements of humanity, which are distilled within them, and they represent that as far as I'm concerned. They're nobody to look up to. They're not cool.
Well, it was like in this same fucking panel, they're talking about how great Grendel and Semirog are. Semirog literally is a fucking master torturer. She gets off on it. It makes her coom, like thinking of different ways to fucking. It's like, man, I wonder if I tore your eyelids off and stuck them up your rectum, how that would feel. I should try that. Like, that's who you're fucking mauling yourself out of. A woman who is hot, great. Grendel's hot. She goes and kidnaps young men and women sometimes because they're pretty, and melts their brains so they can fucking serve her. And she could just have their way with them. That's like, I thought all you people didn't like Grape. Like, that's what Grendel does. Like, what are we talking about? Yep. Fuck me.
Well, I don't know.
All right.
Very
So the Wheel of Time.
So.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Wheel of Time is a big book series. It exists in a building called a library. Wheel of Prime is a little TV show on Amazon. Here's the thing: every book that has been adapted has had to cut and change. I can't read that. Things. If you didn't do that, then the show would be too big. And big shows can't be made on TV because TV is small and the book series is too big.
And you see the image superimposed over the chick.
Yeah, that's Camilla. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Hold on, and then I got one more from Shy.
Oh, Shy's got one. All right. Man, we're gonna have to start just a meme channel in my Discord. That's the best one ever. Yeah. So right there, the Subaru, I love it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hey Rand, is that you? What the fuck is with the glasses? No, I'm not Rand. I'm Clark Althor. Can't you tell from my bald head and glasses?
It's like Sauron in the Rings of Power season 2. Put a wig on, Rand. Make him Sauron.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yanad is going nuclear. Holy shit! Oxygen thieves and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you and Savage of the Night. That was genius. Oh,
I haven't heard shit pump before. I like that.
Oxygen Steve.
Oxygen thieves and shit pump. We'll keep that one up for a minute. Oh my god. Well, we made it. We made it. Holy shit. That was
I am dumber for watching this.
I can honestly say I would much rather have done a fight autopsy on Blood Snow than watch that shit.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
And they're going to do it all over again at that other con. What is it, in June? June 8th
Yeah,
or something?
what con is it
Yeah,
July?
that's-
You might have to look it up.
I don't know, but it's here in my hometown.
Oh boy,
I am not going.
yeah, I'm so bitter that I drag us to.
If I did, I'd probably punch Nablus in the face.
I was gonna say, if I sent you bail money, would you go and record yourself? Because that would be great.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man,
it's bad. Yeah, horrible.
Well, see, the difference is Lanfear is manipulative and smart, and she's planning.
Yeah.
Grendel and Semi are just basically, they just love having pets and torture. Now Grendel is, of course, she's manipulative and planning and all that too, she is interesting, but not the way they just bow down to her because she compulses people.
Well, they nerfed and they made everybody one-dimensional. I mean, they made Lanfear one-dimensional, and what you just said, Steve, requires nuance and writing out all of the seasons in advance to show development over time. And we all know Rafe Judkins didn't do that for season 1. I mean, fuck, he's pretending season 1 doesn't even exist. So I know we joked about it, but I'm pretty sure he's going to pretend season 2 doesn't exist and just make up more random shit. You know?
I've said it before, Andrew Lund. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've written more interesting operators' manuals than the screenwriters have written a Wheel Time show to be. Yeah, I believe that. And the sad thing is this should be, I shouldn't say incredibly easy, but, well, fuck it. It should be incredibly easy. Now just fight for 10 episodes. Fight for 10 episodes a season, and then just basically pull dialogue from the books and then figure out how to write scenes around the important dialogue. That's it. Now, I know I'm oversimplifying it a little bit, but that should be your fucking, your guide. Instead of just
they didn't want to focus on Rand al'Thor, on Matt or Perrin. And once you don't focus on the main characters of the book that you bought to adapt, then it's not an adaptation. Like this is simple shit. And now we're here with these shit bags on this
that little slip from Guy about season 3. Dude, we're gonna get Guidel Kane as Perrin's companion. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So. Well, we've been going at this for almost 3.5 hours. Thank you guys so much. We've been around 40 people for most of the stream. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the support and the super chats. Shatterhorn, you're a legend. Sam, Articus, Nate, thank you for that. I hope your wife feels better, man. And so next Wednesday we'll be back on Autopsy, right?
Yeah, Thornwell, and it'll be Blood Snow.
So Blood Snow and maybe a bonus depending on how long that takes. And at some point here, I am, whether it ends up being a video or a stream with whoever wants, I'm gonna go through the Sanderson episode 8 review again, just because. Just watching it for the little short I made, it brought joy to my heart, and we never want that to disappear. We want that to be front and center, and everybody to see that Sanderson dumped all over it. And I'm not going to let anybody forget that he did. So, off topic, but before you leave, with the return of the Lion with the Emperor's shield, which Primarch do you think she returned next with the Emperor's lightning claw? What the fuck are you talking about?
This is Warhammer 40K, I think.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro. I don't know. I have some figures. That's about it. I am far from where you're at with Warhammer, bro.
Grifter wants to know how many quarters you put in that vibrating bread over there, Alex, with the shaky cam. So,
no, that's my
they said it, and I was just like, "Hey, I'd want someone to tell me if it was like,
I'll be honest, buddy. I like Warhammer, but most of it's from painting the figures. I'm not real up to date on the lore, but maybe, I don't know, if you got some stuff for me to read, let me know. But yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you everybody for being here. Once again, thanks for the supers. And any parting words, Nate? You good?
No.
Brain is fried. Corey, what you got? Any parting words, sir?
No, I just want to say thank you to the chat for making me laugh my ass off multiple times tonight. And thank you to Shader and the others, whoever else did, for making those awesome AI art things.
Yeah, those were great. Alex, anything?
Got a couple things cooking, but not until this weekend at the earliest.
Sweet. All right. Well, stay tuned to White Cloaks and Salty Traveling Sea channel, and of course, me too. I'll hopefully have some stuff popping up here in the days to come. Yeah, what's that?
I'm getting all sorts of shit from the women in the chat that I don't read the chat. I'm reassuring them I do read the chat.
They don't want. They keep asking you to. Yeah. You know what you should do? You should shake the camera more. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, we could all do it in protest.
Cameron, that's what we're here for, man.
You need to get some moaning going on. You need to get like a moaning soundtrack to make Lady be crazy and get in trouble when you get home. So
yeah, Cameron, that's exactly why we do it. You're not alone. We're here, and
thanks for being here.
Thank you for the support. And let's see, we'll go out on something fun. Let's see here. What should we go out on here? What's that? Who? Peeing? Well, peeing, I have to get all of you out of here.
Oh, then don't worry about it. I don't give a shit. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, we'll just do TLM. We'll see you guys later.
This stream is brought to you by... Have you ever been misunderstood? A puppy in a rage monster's body? Well, we here at Trollocs Lives Matter believe there is a human inside all of us. And...
they were effectively genetically engineered war tools.
TLM. Because even
nightmare fuel
needs love too. And maybe a hug.
Hello, I am Jave Dunkins, founder and CEO of Trollocs Lives Matter, TLM. Thanking you for watching this advertisement. Aw, look at that little guy. Look at that little poopsie whoopsie. He's a cutie patootie, isn't he? Look at her pet that.